Welcome to Amerant Bank Arena in South Florida. It's a place that's seen the last 2 Stanley Cups hoisted by the Florida Panthers. But tonight, here in Sunrise, no cups are being handed out. In fact, no gloves, no pucks, and no sticks will be present. 20 Ice Warriors will vie for supremacy in the ice box. This is BKFC Ice Wars. We have a lot of fights here in South Florida tonight. These are the feature fights below the main events, and tonight, Will the Body Bag Leaport takes on Anthony Dozer Mendoza, and we have our first female fight in Ice Wars. Christina Barry goes up against Valerie Roelly. Later tonight in our co-main event, we have Charles Boston Strong Rosa taking on Reed Krosowski. We're not just treated to one main event, we have 2 in our main event here tonight. Nick Leaport, gorgeous gourd, against Sebastian Laferriere. Now let's send it to B-Roots to hype this crowd.
Check. Ready, get pumped. I need to hear your voices. Come on, I need to hear it. And the craziest thing about this is, I like to come into the crowd a lot. You're gonna see me going up and down these stairs constantly, because this event, once again, is live everywhere around the country. One last cheer, give it to me. Ian Heinisch, to you.
And welcome in everybody watching around the United States, Canada, and the world. I'm Chris Terrian, former longtime NHLer, and I'm joined here by my partner in crime tonight, former mixed martial artist and UFC fighter Ian Heinisch.
Yeah, Chris, I'm excited for tonight's fight. This is going to be a historic event. For the first time ever, we were sanctioned by the Florida Commission in our last 2 fights. We were not sanctioned. We had to go to the Indian reservations, and it was on synthetic ice with gloves. But tonight, the fighters drop the gloves, and they will be on real ice. And I believe we have the most packed card that we have ever had in Ice Wars history.
And our main event tonight is going to be a really good one. We're going to have Big Nick Leaport, Gorgeous Gord, going up against Sebastien Laferriere.
Yeah, I mean, this fight is incredible. Nick the Gorgeous Leaport, he is a TV star on the show Shoresy, and he is one of the toughest guys we have in this whole organization. He had one of the best knockouts his last fight. He said he wants to fight the toughest guys, so our matchmaker, John Morasti, called one of his boys who has 400 hockey brawls and is an accomplished hockey fighter in the LNAH, and he is the most experienced Ice Wars fighter that has ever stepped in the ice box. This is going to be a banger.
As we said, we're not just treated to one main event tonight, we have a co-main event, and that's going to feature Charles Boston Strong Rosa taking on Reed Krosowski.
Yeah, for the first time ever, you have a UFC veteran of 10 years stepping over into the ice box. This gives me UFC 1 vibes because we're going to see a different discipline come on the ice, but he is facing a very tough hockey enforcer in Reed Krosowski.
And our rules tonight for BKFC Ice Wars, all bouts are scheduled for 3 one-minute rounds, all bouts scored by 3 judges on the 10-point must system.
Fighters can grab opponent's jersey, but they must be actively striking. Fighters cannot pull jerseys or helmets off. There is no 3 knockout rule.
Fighters cannot be saved by the bell in any round. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal. All takedowns and submissions are illegal. Our first fight of the night, the tail of the tape, sponsored by X Game, brings us Colton Hayes against Jean-Sebastian Bergeron.
Yeah, these guys are tough, man. Jean Bergeron, he is another tough LNAH fighter. He has over 100 fights and has never lost ever in the past 2 years, but he is facing a very tough Colton Hayes. And Colton Hayes' father was one of the first bare knuckle fighters even before BKFC.
Yeah. Our first fighter of the night walking into the ring right now is none other than Jean-Sebastian Bergeron. As Ian said, he's not lost a fight in 2 years.
This guy hasn't played, I mean, this guy's been playing hockey since he was 3 years old. He's super confident. He said he's gonna show his opponent how it's done. He's done hockey, boxing, and this guy, he actually likes to play golf. He said he wants to be champion of Ice Wars. He's not here just for one fight. He wants to make this a career, he wants to get the belt, and he wants to put on a show tonight.
He's full of confidence, 150 to 200 fights in his repertoire, and he's somebody that they're going to be looking forward to watching tonight.
This guy's another solid dude, man. Another Canadian, French-Canadian coming out here. And like I said, these guys grew up playing hockey. He is an enforcer. He is used to fighting all the time, even a couple times a week, even a couple times a game. So he's coming out here, he said this is nothing for him. He wants to show how it's done, but will this 3 minute, or will the 3 1-minute rounds be something that we should watch for? Because he's used to probably 30-second fights.
And our next fighter coming into the ring right now from Maple Ridge, British Columbia, Colton Hollywood Hayes.
Yeah, this guy's also played hockey forever. He played on the East Coast, played juniors, lacrosse. He's an Ice Wars veteran. His dad, like I said, was one of the first bare knuckle fighters to ever do it, even before BKFC. Said he's gonna come forward and throw bombs.
He is also a guy that signed with the Chicago Wolves in the American League, so he got pretty far in terms of a lot of the pro career that he had. He'll be a guy to keep an eye on. Loves fighting in lacrosse too, does a lot of that. He was 260 pounds in, now just 207.
Yeah, he's trained a lot of boxing, and he's dropped from 260 to 207, so he came in shape for this fight, and this fight, it's kicking off with a bang.
It sure is.
Actually, Nick Gorgeous Leaport is the one who got him involved in Ice Wars. So he gave him the call. He said, hey, come try this out. He took the call, and here he is.
He also fight former Ice Wars veterans from the past as well in lacrosse fights. This guy's not afraid of anything. He loves it. He loves combat sports.
Yeah.
But those are his, he's actually been drafted Junior A lacrosse, drafted to Burnaby, British Columbia, in the lacrosse league out there.
All right, these guys dapping it up, all respect, but when that bell rings, man, they're coming throwing bombs.
And with that, let's send it to our ring announcer, Matthew, the Hot Mike Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bare Knuckle Ice Wars 3! Live from the Everett Bank Arena, right here in Sunrise, Florida. Sanctioned by the Florida Athletic Commission, with Chairman Miss Tina Pike and Executive Director Timothy L. Shipman in attendance. Tonight's sponsors: Portal, Trozo Custom Watch Company, Shout, McSorley's Beach Pub and Rooftop, and XGames.io. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, in the red corner, making his Ice Wars debut. He stands 5 feet 10 and 1/2 inches tall, weight 217.6 pounds, from Terrebonne, Quebec, Canada, the Canadian Reaper, Jean-Sebastian Bergeron. And his opponent in the blue corner, holding an Ice Wars record with just 1 blemish, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing 204 pounds, from Maple Ridge, BC, Canada, Colton Hollywood Hayes.
Okay, all right.
Our referees tonight in charge is Bob Langdon, a 7-year National Hockey League veteran, and our other referees, Kevin McDonald, is an MMA with veteran experience of 25 years of officiating. Our off-ice referees, Andrew Glenn.
Man, I'm just so excited. There's no better place for Ice Wars to kick off. The first time being sanctioned. Look at him, he points to the middle, then the Florida Panther Stadium. Ooh!
You can see Colton trying to get in tight right there. Comes
nice
in with an
uppercut.
uppercut. Big uppercut, really throwing those rights, not landing a left yet.
I love how he's weaving up and down. He comes over the top and then comes right through with the uppercut. Beautiful work by Colton.
Yeah, they're really trying to get in the clinch right now, but also find a way to extend some of those uppercuts and some of those rights that he preferred throwing.
Yeah, it looks like Sebastian's looking to settle down a little bit. Wow, tell me about how they're swinging each other on the ice. Oh, looks like Colton's turning away. His helmet
got kind of twisted on him a little bit, but they're looking for leverage right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Now,
that was a skate going right into that
now,
plexiglass.
Chris, tell me what it's like to fall on the ice, right? It's not like an MMA mat or a canvas.
It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
Especially with that adrenaline.
It looks worse than it really is. These both guys coming out here with ferocious. You can see Colton coming out to start this fight, with J.S. Bergeron really picking it up.
Yeah, JS is really settling in right now. Colton came out strong. I love how he was weaving those punches in.
Throw him. That's it.
Look at that, Colton coming with the uppercuts. JS settling in. Ooh, some big shots by JS.
Yeah, these guys are really going. They got him in the corner right here, and this is where you can use a lot of leverage. That's the end of round one.
Round one. Great round one. Let's go.
Here's a look at what we saw in the first round. You can see the uppercut. Trying to throw the uppercut, comes back with a couple rights, and that's when he falls. And you can see that Colton goes over the top. Skate hits the plexiglass. Look at this. His helmet's twisted. Look at those, trying to toss those uppercuts. Comes across with a right hook.
Hey, Colton's landing some very good uppercuts. And look at this. We have the lovely Delaney, our first ring girl on ice skates. This is historic. Let's go.
It is.
The ladies are loving it. All right. Let's go, round two.
Didn't take a lot of time. I love these new helmets too.
Yeah.
They're perfect because what you do with a real hockey helmet, you can hurt your hands.
Yeah, that hard plastic can break hands very easily.
Absolutely.
Here we go. All right, here we go. JS comes forward fast.
Yeah, they're trying to go more a little bit left now as he came across.
They call JS the Canadian Reaper. What did he throw off? He threw off some equipment. Oh!
And Hollywood Hayes goes down right there. JS Bergeron really picked it up since the first 20 seconds of the fight in the first round.
Yeah, the Canadian Reaper's coming in strong the second round.
Trying to find some space.
Yeah. Oh, nice hands. We got Dave Feldman in the crowd. He's loving this. Oh, what a big shot and a trip on the way
out. It
out.
looks like Colton Hollywood Hayes has injured his opponent. He's down. Hayes with a huge set of rights into the corner.
And the Canadian Reaper, he's not used to getting backed up in the corner. Wow, he waves it off. Wow, and he throws his helmet into the crowd. Colton Hayes put on a show tonight. That is beautiful.
Absolutely found his leverage, found the space in the corner, Ian, and he just laid down those right hands.
Chris, notice how he backed him up in the corner.
Yes.
This is not something hockey fighters are used to.
No, there's no corners to go to.
Yeah, it's
usually
a round
the boards
arena.
are around it, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Very interesting.
It looked like Bergeron for a second was trying to kind of size him up in the corner, and that's when Hayes just came in and just said, I'm just going to start throwing right now. Tonight's BKFC Ice Wars brought to you by X Game.
All right, xgame.io. Xgame is a Web3 casino platform. It is multi-chain. It's going to be on Base, Ethereum, BNB, and it's on Pulse Chain, the first real utility on Pulse Chain, looking to launch in the next week or so. Keep your eye out. Go to xgame.io. Look at Colton Hayes, man. He really put it on. He's excited for his performance. Let's take a look at that knockout.
Yeah, here it is here. You can see him right in the corner, Ian. He gets in, he finds the leverage.
Oh, look at that
and
chin
he
snap
just
back.
pummeled him with one right after another to end the fight.
Wow, right in front of his girlfriend or wife, potentially. Wow. What a performance by Colton Hayes. Got his lady in the corner with him.
Yeah.
Got the win. Ice Wars veteran. I think he came out and he executed the plan perfectly and really used the corner to his advantage. We'll see if we see that more in the fights.
Yeah, and you know what else he did? He's a good skater. He had to use his leverage really, really well. He had good balance. You could tell guys a little bit more balance with the skates than they do on the ice than they do sometimes on the synthetic.
Yeah, it's interesting because JS, he seemed like he was almost like better with his movement.
It was, yeah, and he actually picked it up. JS got better as the fight went on.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he decided to try to find some space. And Colton Hayes took full advantage of it.
Yeah, he caught him in the corner. And just cold cocked him. And chin snapped back. He went down. He waved the fight off, and that was a wrap.
That was a great way to start off BKFC Ice Wars here in Sunrise. A great, great fight.
Yeah.
See mutual respect by both guys on the ice.
I think we're going to see a lot of knockouts tonight,
Chris. I have
a
feeling we are too, Ian.
The fans got to love this. What a way to kick off the card.
And let's send it to Matt for our decision on the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee calls a halt to the action in the second round, declaring the winner by TKO, Colton Hollywood Hayes.
Okay.
Well, Hayes right there with a decisive victory, and my partner Ian Heinisch is going to get a mic and get a few words from the victor of this fight. You can see him right now talking to Tito Ortiz, great former UFC champion.
Colton, you put on a beautiful performance tonight. You pushed your opponent into the corner and cold cocked him and got the knockout. What's the difference here being on real ice?
Real ice is the way to go. That synthetic shit is fucking terrible. This is how this fight should be happening every fucking time.
You said you prepared like you've never prepared for a fight before, and you put on a performance that should be a highlight reel of your life. What's next for you?
Anytime, anywhere, Amesbury, wherever the fuck you are, hey, let's run it back just like the old days, baby. Any fucking day.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Colton Hayes!
And that was the first fight of the night here at BKFC Ice Wars. Colton Hollywood Hayes taking down John Sebastian Bergeron. and a knockdown in this second round. What a way to get things started. What a way to get things kicked off down here in South Florida.
Man, Hollywood Hayes put it on.
The world's most exciting combat sport returns to Italy. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship takes over Rome for the very first time, and a world title is on the line. BKFC Cruiserweight champ Chris Camozzi aims to add another notch to his belt as he steps into enemy territory to face the pure striking savagery of Italian legend Alessio Sakara. Watch all the history-making moments unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Second fight of the night. The tail of the tape brought to you by X Games. James Dalzell, 5'9", 157, taking on 5'5", 162.6 pound Mike Arcamone.
All right, man, this is another fight to watch out for. You know, Mike Arcamone, he took this fight on short notice. He had to drop a lot of weight, and James says he's going to capitalize, especially as this fight goes on. He's going to capitalize on the cardio. He's going to push forward, and this guy's super tough. He's played in junior hockey. He is a puncher who throws down, and he said he's just going to come forward and throw bombs, and he's an Ice Wars veteran as well.
And here he is right now. It is none other than Mike Arcamone walking into the ring. He lives down here in South Florida now, Ian, but he is a native of Staten Island, New York, a Long Islander.
Yeah, they call Mike the Bull, not the Bull, the Bull.
Double.
And he said he has over 100 hockey fights. He likes to race jet skis. He was almost professional before, but he said he's coming in to throw bombs. He's going to get in this guy's face. He said the weight cut is not going to be an issue. He looked a little bit rough at weigh-ins, but he said it will not be an issue. Guys dropped a lot of weight before, and he said he's coming in here to throw bombs.
He loves hockey fights, and I asked him, what do you think about this fight? What do you plan on doing? He says, I plan on locking him up and knocking him out. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how he does. He took it on short notice. He cut the weight. I'm assuming he's going to want to come forward fast and get out of here fast, because I've been in this situation. You take those short notice fights, you have to cut a lot of weight.
Yep.
You want to get that fight out of there fast. And people might be thinking 3 1-minute rounds, that's not a lot, but it is when you're brawling.
It's a lot. Believe me, in a hockey fight, 30 seconds can seem like an eternity when you're out there going at it. And he did. He actually lost. He started losing a lot of weight to do jet ski racing years ago, and he's kept his physique and his fitness up because of the jet ski. So he loves to fight, though, plays in multiple leagues, and this guy's a warrior. He's a piece of work.
Yeah, he's been playing hockey forever, so
yep.
He said he's going to be very comfortable on the ice.
And our next fighter coming into the ring tonight is none other than James Dalzell, the Pennant Tank Machine Wolverine. He just fought BKFC in August. Ian played Junior C and Enforcer in Junior. Smaller stature guy, but he's a guy that says he's going on the offense. Straight down the middle is the only way to get to the get home.
Yeah, and you know what I love? It's just another crossover from sports, right? This is what I say when I say UFC 1. You have a bare knuckle fighter who just fought in August, who is now stepping over into the ice box to do a hockey fight.
Yeah, and he's from an area up in northern Ontario that doesn't see quite the sunshine South Florida sees, I can assure you of that.
He said one of his main components, his game plan is to work the body. He said his opponent cut the weight, he's going to work that body early in the fight. He thinks it's going to pay dividends as the fight goes on.
And an interesting nugget on him, too. He's an actor and a rapper. He usually comes out to his own music.
Yeah, I guess I had a bunch of cuss words, so he wasn't able to do it here tonight. But that's very interesting.
And let's send it to our ring announcer, Matthew the Hot Mike Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 rounds at a catch weight of 160 pounds. Introducing first in the red corner, making his Ice Wars debut. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 162.6 pounds from Staten Island, New York. Here is Mike "The Bull" Arcamone. And his opponent in the blue corner, also making his Ice Wars debut. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing at 157 pounds from Penetanguishene, Ontario, Canada. Here is the Penetanguishene Wolverine, James Dalzell.
All right, we got some boos in the crowd. We got the hometown hero here tonight in the Bull.
The Bull, and look at the Bull. He is eager to get out here right now. The refs are starting to hold him back for a second.
Absolutely. We got Tito Ortiz in the crowd tonight.
And here we go.
MMA legend, UFC legend. Oh, wow. Oh!
Kind of put himself into the boards.
Wow.
Penetanguishene Wolverine. Look at him go with those uppercuts.
Yeah, James is putting it on him. Punishing punches.
Dalzell with absolutely one right after another, and they're coming in close proximity.
All right,
both guys
down.
go down.
All right, the Bull settling in. Oh, he's
Arcamone's
bleeding
got a
from
cut.
the left eye. Yup.
He's got a left eye cut.
James Dalzell, he's coming forward crazy. Said he was trying to work him in the later rounds, but it looks like he's wasting no time. Oh wow, set him down with a good right hand.
Yeah, didn't hit him while he was down either. Against the rules.
Took a knee.
He's finding his leverage. He's got a lot of that arm length and is able to hold out Arcamone a lot in this fight.
We're seeing a lot of blood on the ice in this one.
We
coming
are.
from the Bull. Ooh, nice shot. Oh, wow.
Oh. Those uppercuts are landing flush.
Okay, they broke him up right there. Looks like James was pointing at something. Short time in the first round.
Dalzell really uses his length well.
Wow, got spun around. All right, the ref's trying to hold it back. Wow, the Bull's face really swollen. Jeez, took some big shots that first round.
Yeah, look at his eye. It is really hammered. That was one of those uppercuts he had, I think, early in that first round. And he came out, but I'll tell you, Dalzell really does a great job using his leverage and his reach. Here's those uppercuts we were seeing early in the fight.
Yeah, wow, he hit him with that right, kind of spun him around, he turned into him and then landed 2 nice uppercuts and then came over the top. I like to call it setting the volleyball, right? You set it up and then come over the top. Uppercuts overhead, and he landed it and executed perfectly.
And it sure seems like the height difference, even though it's subtle, is enough for Dalzell so far in this first round.
Dalzell definitely has the reach on him, and it looks like the Bull's gonna come out for a second round. This guy's tough as nails.
He's tough. Long Island tough.
All right, here we go, second round.
Here we go, second round about to start.
He needs a big comeback round.
He needs a huge comeback round.
Uh-oh, the referee calling timeout.
Just like BKFC, they always have a medical examiner checking out the fighters, making sure that they are good to go.
Yeah, they don't want to see blood running in the eye. If it's running around the eye, it's good. Just like the UFC and BKFC, if that blood's going in the eyes, it can affect the fighter, it can injure him permanently, so they make sure that the fighter is safe.
Looks like he here is good to go.
All right, good. Let's get this second round on. All right, his fans are going crazy.
Yeah,
He's definitely the hometown hero.
They love it. Here they go.
Oh! Wow, that landed tough. Oh, blood just squirting everywhere. Oh, he looks at his corner. Mike Arcamone looks at his corner and waves it off.
Yeah, that's the end of that. The Penetanguishene Wolverine.
Wow, James really put it on. Another thing too about James, man, he's actually a TV guy. He does commercials in Canada. So, but he says he wants to make this a full-time career.
Yeah, he loves fighting.
Yeah, a lot of these fighters now, they realize we're going to be having fights a lot. They can make this a full-time career.
Here's a look at it again. Arcamone was kind of already battle-tested pretty much going in, and he just took a heavy right. that sent him to the ice, and the blood started coming out pretty hard from there.
All right, it looks like it hit him right in the nose. Perfectly placed punch, drops him. That's all she wrote. All right, this is sponsored by Portal, the only app where you are able to actually tip fighters directly using Solana or USDC. No middleman, straight tips to the fighters. The new age of tipping and going to events. Portal, check them out, download the app. Portal is the future.
And we're waiting for
Matthew Perino
to give his update on this fight.
All right, let's make it official. Wow, look at that face of the bull, man. He took that shot. Swollen jaw.
Yeah, he took a beating right from the onset of that fight, really, and he just took that one punch in the second round. Tough guy, though. He stood in there.
Tough as nails. We got a lot of blood on the ice.
Let's send it to Matthew Perino for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin McDonald has called a halt to the action in the second round, declaring the winner by TKO, James Dalzell.
All right, second TKO of the night.
Second TKO, yeah, right in the second round, much like the first one.
Oh, wow. The bull looks a little shaky on his feet. Hopefully he recovers well. Maybe we'll get him a full camp next time and see if he can come back for redemption.
Took the fight on short notice, which we have total respect for. And,
absolutely.
And James Dalzell, the star of this show, basking in the glory right now. It's a big win for him.
Okay.
There he is. James Dalzell, the winner, ends it with a one punch in the second round. Sent Mike Arcamone to the ground, and that is the end of our second fight of the night.
Look at that blood squirt on the ice, man. Jeez. We got the guy in there cleaning it up in between rounds, squeegeeing up that ice. Tito Ortiz in this crowd. Just 5
Saturday, October 18th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back with more adrenaline-fueled action. In the main event, undefeated phenom Bryce Henry toes the line with Roderick Stewart. Pure chaos in motion. In the co-main event, Cameron Van Kamp's unrelenting pressure meets a warrior who never turns down a fight, Derek Finley. Plus many more smash-mouth bare knuckle battles. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
And welcome back to Amerant Bank Arena here in Sunrise, Florida. We've seen two great fights, two knockouts to start out the evening. And with that, let's send it to our third member of our team, Shannon Rosa in the back.
I'm here with Krosowski. Now, you've had over 100 hockey fights. You're an expert-level skater. How are you going to use that to your advantage in this matchup?
Well, I haven't had over 100 hockey fights, but I am definitely a way better skater than Charles. You just seen what happened to his boy out there. It's going to happen to him too.
How do you stay focused with all the media, the big stage, and how do you keep your mind sharp during fight week?
Only one focus is to win, and Charles, that's it. Everything else is just noise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And our tale of the tape here tonight, Cole Johnson, the Viking, 6'1", 194 pounds, takes on Jake Grizzly Curtis, 5'8", 196.8 pounds.
All right, man, these guys are tough, man. Another good fight, another potential knockout. We have Cole the Viking Johnson. He's an Ice Wars veteran. He expects a first-round KO. But Jake the Grizzly Curtis, he is he's a professional boxer, and he's played hockey since he was 2. He's an Army veteran. He toured in Afghanistan. He said he's tough as nails, and he's coming in with a strong mindset tonight. He said he's getting the W.
Jake Grizzly Curtis, as you said, Ian, he is an Army veteran. Works in sales. He's got a 15-year-old daughter and his girlfriend are here tonight at the fights. He says it's one of his most special memories he's planning on having. He is called Ice Wars 4 or 5 times just to get this fight. So he's eager to go and looking forward to his first Ice Wars event.
Yeah, he was so hungry to get on this card. He was calling John Morasty, emailing John Morasty. He said, I want to get a fight on this card. He's been blowing us up on social media. And when we came down here to Sunrise, Florida, we got him a spot, and he said, we will not be disappointed tonight. He's also worked in sales. He's a salesman by trade, but like I said, he's a professional boxer. And he said he's very comfortable on skates, and he's mastered the techniques of throwing bombs on the ice.
Yeah, does a lot of on-ice and off-ice training. And as you said, Ian, he is an Army veteran, did 1 tour of duty in Afghanistan.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be another banger.
And here he is, an Ice War veteran, 5-time former Ice War veteran. It is Cole the Viking Johnson from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan native. He's been doing nothing but training for Ice Wars. This guy loves Ice Wars, Ian.
Yeah, he told me, he said, Ian, I hate the synthetic ice. He said it really hindered his fighting ability. He said tonight you're going to see a different fighter. You're going to see him really be able to maneuver on this ice. And he said he is going to come out there and throw on a show. In his last fight, he got his beard completely ripped off of his face. But
he did it. Literally got, I was calling that, and it literally got pulled right off his face.
He's back sporting the beard, so hopefully it's not a handle for his opponent tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right. All right, man, another fight. This is the most stacked card in Ice Wars history. And now we're starting to see the fans roll in. We're starting to see celebrities show up, and it's about to get exciting in the Merit Bank Arena.
And with that, let's send it to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is sponsored by Shout, scheduled for 3 rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Introducing first out of the red corner, making his bare knuckle Ice Wars debut, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing 196.8 pounds, from Tampa Bay, Florida, Jake Grizzly Curtis. And his opponent in the blue corner, a veteran of 5 bare knuckle Ice Wars fights. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 194 pounds, from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, Cole the Viking Johnson.
Man, Cole the Viking Johnson looking very calm. Jake Grizzly Curtis looking hyped up, staring at him, very intense. Very 2 different demeanors from these fighters.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm interested to see how Cole Johnson's skating is on the ice compared to the synthetic ice. Here we go.
All right. I like how there's not really too much feeling each other out. These guys just usually come forward and throw bombs. Ooh, beautiful uppercut, takes him down.
Cole Johnson coming out with a good start right there.
Caught him good in the face. Looks like he was holding his nose.
He lost some hair too.
Oh, here we go
again.
again.
Here we go again, yeah.
All right.
And they're both in the clinch right now. Both guys looking for some space, looking for some leverage. You can see Jake Curtis right there. He's trying to throw some rights.
Wow, he's holding his helmet, holding the strap. Nice body shots by the Viking.
Stop, break.
Now, there's one thing, Chris, I gotta ask you. I like when I see fighters hold space. They like to lock up and clinch, and I know it's very useful, but I like when they see the space. That's when you usually can see the big shots. Like ducking the head, it's ooh, and let the uppercut land.
Yeah,
nice.
He got an uppercut underneath. Oh, that hit hard too. That's 2 uppercuts in a row. Cole Johnson really using his leverage well. There you go. He's got a little bit of a height advantage on this fighter as well.
Yeah, the height advantage I don't think matters as much when these guys. Very good on the Grizzly on holding back on that punch. That was very good sportsmanship.
Easily could have taken
right
a shot
back in there.
That's the end of round 1. Both guys in fighting in the clinch a lot in that one. I think Cole Johnson had a little bit more leverage, finding some of the space earlier in that fight, but Grizzly Curtis came back good at the end of the fight. Here's a different style of clinch right here you're seeing. You can see hanging onto the jerseys. And that's really what guys are trying to do, is get the leverage from the jersey and then find a way to extend one of those hands, but preferably the one he likes throwing the most.
And if you look, you see what is so different about BKFC than boxing is they're allowed to hold the clinch, pull the head down and land those punches. And we saw Cole Johnson actually doing that. He wasn't just grabbing the jersey, he was holding his head down, and I like to see that. He landed some big uppercuts doing it.
The uppercut has been the theme of the fight so far tonight.
Yeah, those uppercuts land big. A lot of these guys duck. And I went on the ice the other day, and it is kind of natural to stay low when you're fighting.
Well, you are. Your knees will bend automatically. Yeah. Here we go.
Keep your balance.
Oh! Big shot. Look at this here. Look at the Grizzly go.
We got Dave Feldman hyped up in the corner clapping. He loves this action right now. All right, the first helmet came off. Oh, we got the USA chant.
Yeah, we got the USA
the local homeboy from Tampa in the house. Oh, okay. Kind of ducked his head under. I would like to see him get a little more space.
There you go, keep throwing.
Yeah, Cole Johnson does a good job of kind of holding out while still getting his hand on the jersey to pull the fighter inwards.
Stand up, fight still on, let's go, fight!
Okay, I see him coming and ducking his head. I honestly don't like when they do that.
Stop, he's down!
Okay, he took a shot on the ground.
He's pouring blood. Cole Johnson is.
Oh yeah, he's pouring blood. He actually gave him a shot on the ground, Jake Curtis. I think the ref's going to talk to him about that. All right.
You can see these are hockey fights. You start getting into this level of it, your fatigue becomes a factor very quickly.
Stop!
And I got to say, you keep falling on that hard ice, that is going to take a wear and tear on your body. It's like MMA. If you continue to get taken down and back up, taken down, back up, it drains the cardio.
It does. And you can see Cole Johnson right now. He looks like he is just exhausted.
He's wearing those punches on his face.
Yeah.
Short time in the second round. Jake the Grizzly Curtis just waving it off, saying, what's this guy doing? He just keeps taking a knee. That's it. Another TKO. I don't know. I think Jake Grizzly Curtis must have hit him with a shot that really hurt him, because Cole the Viking Johnson just kept falling down, kept almost taking a knee.
Here's the beginning of the round. You can see him come straight across, goes right at Cole Johnson. And this was done different than the beginning of the first round. He starts throwing the uppercuts. And here's the first knockdown of the round. You can see he comes back across. He's got the clinch with his left hand, and he starts throwing that right. Did get him, looked like when he was down a little bit there, Ian, too.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's just pounding on him. And you know, Cole Johnson kept falling down, taking a knee. So he's just throwing those bombs. And you know, he got the win. It didn't seem like he was too happy with how the fight went, but he got the win nonetheless, and he represented for the hometown crowd.
He did a great job. This guy's really in it too. You have to come back in this fight because Johnson had the leverage in the early lead in this fight. I would say took round one.
Absolutely. So, yeah, he's looking around and you know, he got the win, but doesn't look too happy with his performance for some reason, or just how the fight. But Cole Johnson, you know, he's wearing it on his face. Really took some shots and bleeding from that left eye. All right. Looks like they're going to make it official. The guys are dapping it up. Lots of blood.
And let's send it back to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino, for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout comes to a halt at 52 seconds in the second round, declaring the winner by TKO, Jake Grizzly Curtis.
All right. All right, man, they're dapping it up. I'm excited to see Jake Grizzly Curtis come back. You know, he said he's hungry to continue to fight. He's been blowing us up. He put on a performance. He earned his spot at BKFC Ice Wars, and I'm excited to see him come back and fight another opponent.
Yeah, he had a good fight here tonight. Really a great comeback fight. And I thought he was down early, and I thought he really put a lot of boxing to come back in it.
Yeah, he threw bombs.
And here it is here. This is where the fight takes a turn, and where you can see Jake Grizzly Curtis take off with the win, the blood coming out of Cole Viking Johnson's eye. And that is your winner, Jake Curtis.
The next stop on the Italy adventure that is BKFC Italy, going to Rome. The BKFC 205-pound world titleist.
Camosi's been phenomenal. He's the champ for a reason. Accuracy overpowered. He has the power. If he lands punches, he's putting you down. Have complete belief in that.
To the challenger, Alessio Siccaro, the Italian MMA legend. Brought the heat, showing that he is damn tough.
My style is aggressive. I want to knock out everybody.
October 25th, Chris Camosi. He's defending that cruiserweight title against an Italian fighting legend and Alessio Siccaro, who now has punched his ticket to a title shot. That is going to be a special night, and you don't want to miss it.
Welcome to BKFC!
Welcome back to Amarant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. And we got ourselves something really special tonight. Our first female fight. Look at her right there, Christina Berry. And she's ready to go here, Ian.
Yeah, this is something historic, right? This is the first female fight. Both these girls have a chip on their shoulder. They said it not only is an honor, but is a responsibility to represent for all female fighters in combat sports. We saw what Ronda Rousey did in the UFC, and they want to come out, put on a show tonight, capture the fans' attention so that they can show that women's fights are here to stay in BKFC Ice Wars.
This is the first of many. What do you expect from the women fights in the BKFC Ice Wars?
I mean, these girls are both accomplished boxers. They've both played hockey since they were young. I think they're both the perfect girls to represent for the first female fight ever in BKFC Ice Wars history.
And our tail of tape brought to you by Trozo. Christina Berry, 5'7", 146.2 pounds, taking on Val Roelly, 5'8", 148.2 pounds.
All right. This is going to be an exciting one, people. History is being made. The women are here to represent. Yeah, Valerie's got a little bit of a reach advantage. You know, she's played hockey, like I said, since she was 2. She's been in a couple hockey fights, but she's been boxing for 2 years and has 5 boxing fights.
And here she is right now. This is none other than Val Roelly, out as an amateur boxer, a hockey player since she was 2 years old, travel hockey girls team and boys teams. She's also her first fight versus a female on the ice, Ian.
Yeah.
She's had fights against men. She's never had a fight against a female. She will tonight.
That's funny, man. I mean, you don't usually get that. She's an adrenaline junkie. She has 2 boys at home, and you know, she wants to make them proud. She wants to represent tonight. And her fighting style is just to come forward, throw bombs. She wants to put that boxing to work early in this fight.
She wants to be known, as she said, as a badass mom.
Yeah, that's
to her
cool.
2 boys. That is pretty cool. And I'll tell you one thing, she is well conditioned, and you can tell she's extremely excited to be here from Evanston, Illinois.
Yeah, she's a friend of Anthony Mendoza. He actually put her on and got the fight. We got Colby Covington in the crowd as well right now. We got some star power at BKFC Ice Wars tonight. Excited to watch the first ever women's bout in the ice box. All right, she is facing Christina Scary Berry, and she is tough, this girl. She is actually, Chris, she works full-time as a government virologist scientist. I don't even know if I said that right, but what a weird, incredible job to have in Canada. She's a BJJ black belt since 2012. She has her own gym, and she's a pro boxer.
Yeah, she's had 3 pro MMA fights, 10 pro boxing fights, judo fights. She is a top runner. This woman, both these women are extremely conditioned, but Christina Berry, she lives for athletics, loves sports, loves being conditioning. She's a certified deep sea diver as well.
She does it all, man. I was so impressed by this lady. She has Muay Thai experience, boxing experience, BJJ black belt, box, does judo, and she feels honored to represent in the icebox for the first ever women's fight.
A Winnipeg, Manitoba native, still lives in Winnipeg right now as we speak.
She wants to motivate the kids at her gym, right? She owns her own gym. She's getting ready to move to a new judo gym.
Yep.
And she's coming out very intense demeanor as she steps into the icebox. This is going to be interesting and historic as this fight goes down.
Both women extremely well conditioned. I'm super excited for this fight. All right, let's toss it out to Matt Perino for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is history. The first ever female fight in bare knuckle Ice Wars history. This bout is sponsored by Rosa Watch Company. And now, introducing first in the red corner, making her Ice Wars debut. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 148.2 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, Valerie Roelly. And her opponent, also making her Ice Wars debut. She stands 5 feet 7.5 inches tall, weighing 146.2 pounds, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Here is Scary Berry, Christina Berry.
All right, here we go.
Now they're getting ready to take to the center of the ice box. Christina Scaryberry and Val Roelly.
Both girls looking intense. Let's see how this goes.
There you go. Oh!
Oh! Wow, there is no waiting, no feeling each other out.
Oh! Look at the spirit of these two. They are chucking.
Valerie Roelly really landing good
They're
shots.
going toe-to-toe! Unbelievable!
Nice.
Look at this. Look at the stamina. You talked about the physicality of these girls. They are in such good shape.
It looks like Christina Berry's already cut.
Yeah, Val Roelly just underneath right now. Using that leverage, finding
blood
space.
dripping everywhere. Nice shot. She's looking for the big shot.
She came right underneath it. She's being able to use that leverage for throw those uppercuts. Christina Berry coming back, trying to come over the top.
Look at her just controlling the body. Wow, there is a lot of blood on the ice. Oh my gosh, look at that hematoma on her face. Jeez.
Look at the size of that. That looks like a little mouse right there.
Look at her, she is tough as nails
wants
though.
more.
Wow.
They went, I mean, we saw what they did. They did what the guys hadn't done yet. They went toe-to-toe.
They did go toe-to-toe, throwing right hands, and Christina Scary Berry really took some big shots, and Valerie Roelly really landed big on that.
Yeah, Christina Berry's getting checked out right now to make sure that she can continue in this fight. As you said, Ian, trying to keep the blood out of the eyes is paramount for these fighters.
Yeah, the doctor's taking a look, and
She's
she's ready to go. Oh, she's ready to go.
Look at that mouse on her cheek. That is absolutely unbelievable.
Wow, she had so much heart, though. She wanted to continue, and, you know, unfortunately, the doctor stopped it. Doctor stoppage.
So Val Roelly comes out, decides to go toe-to-toe, has that long reach.
Yeah.
And really made a big difference.
Yeah.
You can see Val pretty excited in the corner right there. I'm sure her boys will be extremely pleased with that result. And they're still doing a check on Christina Berry in the corner. That was a huge hematoma that she took.
Yeah.
both ladies here after that great fight. You can see they're commending each other. This is the beginning of the fight. This is where you can see these two ladies going toe-to-toe. They're really, really throwing. And that's where I believe that hematoma on her cheek came. And the stoppage was in the first round, as that mouse was just too much. Let's send it to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino, for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a hand for the first ever two females competing in BKFC Ice Wars. The bout comes to a halt at 50 seconds in the very first round. Declare the winner by TKO, Valerie Roelly.
Valerie, you put on such an amazing performance tonight. When I talked to you, you said you were honored to be the first women's fight in BKFC Ice Wars history. And you said there's pressure on you to put on a show, and you did just that.
Yeah, I came here doing exactly what I wanted to do. I believed in my training, I believe in my coaches, I believe in myself most of all. And that's what got me that TKO in the first round.
Valerie, we've seen it with the UFC with Ronda Rousey. We've seen it in BKFC, the women's division absolutely explode. I think you represented, and I think you put the women's division on notice in BKFC Ice Wars. Who would you like to thank tonight?
I want to thank my brother for being in my corner, my mom for coming with me, my coaches, Reyes and Jesse. I wouldn't have been here without them, and most of all, Dozer. I wouldn't be here without any of them. This is amazing.
Valerie, we have a special gift for you from our sponsor, Trozo, a watch. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our first ever Women's Ice Wars winner, Valerie Roelly.
And you heard Ian Heinisch talking with a beautiful gift. Trozo Custom Watches as the gift given to the winners of each fight tonight here at BKFC Ice Wars. Well, Val Roelly gets it done here, and she does it with a lot of straights in that first round. Ends up really busting apart Christina Barry. And she's off to our first ever female Ice War win. Congratulations to Val Roelly.
Saturday, October 25th, the world's most exciting combat sport returns to Italy. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship takes over Rome for the very first time, and a world title is on the line. BKFC Cruiserweight champ Chris Camozzi aims to add another notch to his belt as he steps into enemy territory to face the pure striking savagery of Italian legend Alessio Sakara. Watch all the history-making moments unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Oh, it's crazy.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app.
Only $7.99 per month.
And our tail of the tape brought to you by X Game. Ryan Snowbeck, ice cold, 5'9", 182 pounds, taking on none other than Jordan the Warden Christie, 5'10", 192 pounds.
All right, man, I'm excited for this fight. Ryan Ice Cold Snowbeck put on a show in his last fight, but he is facing a very tough Jordan Christie, the Warden. He's been on skates since he was 2. He's from Nova Scotia, and he is a boxer.
He's not just from Nova Scotia, he's from Cape Breton, which is his own way of life out in Nova Scotia. He is a unique character, that's for sure. He's really looking forward to this. He's got 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, and his wife and his father-in-law are here in his corner. Both of their names are Tony with an I and Tony with a Y.
He's been watching his opponent every single night, he told me. He's told me a big part of his training, a big part of his preparation for this fight is studying tape. And he had the tape to study because Ryan Snowbeck has fought here before. He says he even knows more than he knows his opponent better than he knows himself because he has studied every single move, and he said he is really prepared, fully prepared for this fight tonight.
About to walk into the ring.
He said one of his big strengths, he's going to switch stances back and forth. He's able to pivot on the ice, switch back and forth, and he is able to use those angles to land big shots.
That's, I think, something that you mentioned there, Ian. We talk about angles and stuff. I think it's a lot easier for guys to find their angles on the real ice than it is on the synthetic. And I think you're getting a different look at some of the guys that have real true hockey playing instincts.
Yeah, the experience is huge, and you're seeing it on the real ice tonight. That's why we're seeing every fight's been a TKO.
Yes.
Will any fight go the distance? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think this one will, though.
No, I don't think this one will either. Both guys ferocious.
Yeah, Jordan Christie's got 3 kids and his wife, and his father-in-law is in his corner tonight.
And here he is, Ryan Ice Cold Snowbeck, getting ready to make his way into the ice box.
Yeah, he's played travel hockey in high school, straight into the Army after hockey. He loves to get punched in the face, and he loves to give it back. This guy will take a punch to give it back. One of the best post-fight interviews. The guy is a showman. He puts on exciting fights. I don't think tonight is going to be any different.
He is a government worker as well, works for the federal government, and he told me and you, Ian, his opponent needs to be ready for war.
Yeah, he's an MMA veteran, and said he's going to KO him in the first round.
That's what he guaranteed.
We've got these TKOs happening. I'm ready to see a KO.
Yeah, we have not seen one yet. A lot of TKOs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, now with the bare knuckle and the real ice, it's just been harder for these guys to survive a full fight of 3 1-minute rounds.
And you know, the reality of it is too, when you're in a hockey fight, you could be skating and playing a regular game, and all of a sudden the fight breaks out, but you're never prepared for it. These guys have the opportunity to think through, look at the fight, be prepared for it. You said guys had an opportunity to look at some tape.
Yeah, he studied his opponent like crazy. For me, as a fighter, I didn't like to watch my opponent too much because then I focus on what he's good at. I like to focus on what I'm good at. But some fighters, they're very technical and they love to study their opponent.
Ryan Snowbeck,
ice cold, hyping up the crowd.
Take it into the ice box.
All right. Oh yeah, he's getting his edges in, feeling frisky on that ice, man. He looks ready. This is going to be a good one, Chris.
This is going to be a good fight. Both these guys have a lot of energy, and they're both extremely focused on one another. Let's send it to Matt Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is sponsored by XGames.io and is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Introducing first in the red corner, holding an undefeated Ice Wars record, 1 victory, no defeats, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighed 192 pounds, from Whitney Pier, Nova Scotia, Canada, Jordan the Warden Christie. And his opponent in the blue corner, also holding an undefeated record, 1 victory, no defeats, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed 182.8 pounds, from Bay City, Michigan, Ryan Ice Cold Snowbeck.
And both guys here are sizing each other up, both eager to get to the middle of the ice box.
I'm telling you, this is going to be a banger.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And here we go.
All right. Oh, wow.
Oh, they're in tight. Uppercut. Cross coming. Oh, look at this.
Oh! Wow. Look at Dave Feldman screaming in the corner.
That's a toe-to-toe right there.
I think we made a fan out of bare knuckle boxing, President Dave Feldman.
Oh my! These guys are throwing.
All right. Oh, we got to be careful with back of the head.
He held off.
I love how Snowbeck pulled that punch. Very sportsmanlike of him. A little shaky on his feet. Jordan Christie.
He's going back to get checked out.
I think he might have been poked in the eye. There could have been an eye poke. Yep, the ref is signaling as an eye poke.
He can't see, so
Give him a second here. The fight is over.
No, the fight is not over. Please tell me this fight is not over. We want more action as a fan.
We definitely want more action. We're waiting to see. Looks like the ref put his arms up. And right now, Christie getting checked. The warden in the corner. It is over.
It is over. Come on. That was short. That was action-packed. We got Ryan Ice Cold Snowbeck going over, shaking Dave Feldman's hand. This guy's always exciting, man. I'm telling you, I love to watch this guy fight. Let's take a look at that knockout.
I mean, they started going toe-to-toe, and then you can see that Snowbeck comes underneath. There is an uppercut, and he throws across. He comes over the back. Both guys, this is where they go toe-to-toe right here, and then he got him right at the end right there.
And you know what? Sometimes guys think they get poked in the eye, but it's actually a knuckle. And I think Jordan Christie kind of, that was a big right hand, and it probably the knuckle hit the eye. And sometimes guys get confused; they're rocked.
Yeah. My partner heads to the ring for an interview. That was a great fight. I think everybody expected a little bit more out of it in terms of duration because you had two guys that had so much energy. Bare Knuckles Ice Wars brought to you by Trozo Watch Company. Tonight's action is brought to you by Trozum Custom Watch, timeless craftsmanship's unforgettable recognition built for tonight's BKFC Ice Warriors and everyday fighters around the globe. Honor your top performance and celebrate personal milestones with bespoke watches engraved and tailored to your story. Give a gift that marks achievement, builds loyalty, and keeps your brand on the wrist. Every second, a reminder of excellence. Trozo Watch Company, crafted for moments that matter, worn for a lifetime. And let's toss it out to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout comes to a halt at 28 seconds in the very first round. Declare the winner by TKO, Ryan Ice Cold Snowbeck.
You said you were going to put on a show. You said first round KO. What do you got to say for the fans? I know you've been preparing for this.
Ian, the only person that I'd rather be talking to right now is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But you are a close second there, buddy.
Man, you came out and you just started throwing those right crosses, and I think you might have punched him in the eye. I think he thought it was an eye poke. I would have loved to see more action, but every time you come out here, man, you put on some of the most exciting fights in Ice Wars.
I appreciate that. I thought I fought a sloppy fight, but hey, a win is a win. Thank every one of you for coming out to this event tonight. I love you. Ice Wars loves you.
All right, Ryan, is there anyone you want to thank real quick?
I want to thank everybody at the Evil Boxing and Fitness in Essexville, Michigan for molding this piece of clay into a fighter. I got my ass kicked in training a bunch, and I learned a lot by it. I want to thank my family. My dad is here. My hockey dad, he is here. I want to thank Mr. Feldman for putting this on. We fucking love you, brother. I want to thank you, Charlie, for you having the balls, like Mr. Feldman, to do this shit right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ryan Ice Cold Snowbeck.
Let's go!
Ryan Snowbeck, pretty darn excited about that win, and he should be. That was a good fight, slated for a good one. And you can see the finish right here. It may have been a knuckle into the eye, but nonetheless, Ryan Snowbeck takes down Jordan Christie for the win.
Saturday, October 18th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back with more adrenaline-fueled action. In the main event, undefeated phenom Bryce Henry toes the line with Roderick Stewart. Pure chaos in motion. In the co-main event, Cameron Van Camp's unrelenting pressure meets a warrior who never turns down a fight, Derek Finley. Plus, many more smash-mouth bare knuckle battles. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Oh, it's crazy.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app.
Only $7.99 per month.
We're back here in Sunrise, Florida, where we have had 5 truly explosive and entertaining fights. We have 5 fights left to go, and let's send it to Shannon in the back.
I'm here with Charles Boston Strong Rosa. Now, this is a completely different style of fighting than you're used to. What did your training camp look like?
Man, combat sports, that's what I'm good at. I've done bare knuckle, jiu-jitsu, MMA, fought UFC fights, street fights, everywhere. I even, had hockey fights when I was a kid playing youth hockey in the Pee-wees in high school. But, man, this is what I love to do, combat sports. Pretty much the only thing that changed is instead of going to the gym at ACG and training on the mats, we had to lace up some hockey skates. So, working on my skating, getting the skates on.
Now, you fought all over the world, but how special is it to fight right here in your backyard?
Man, this is a dream come true. Home of the American Bank Arena, home of the Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, defending Stanley Cup champions. It's a dream come true, man. I was just here the other night watching them, play the Flyers, and, to see the energy in the arena and to be here, and, all my family, friends, and everybody is here. It's really special for me.
Thank you so much. Good luck out there.
And our tail of the tape, sponsored by X Game. Will Leaport, 6'4", 228 pounds, goes off against Anthony Dozer Mendoza, 5'10", 228.
Chris, I just have a smile on my face because we've had so much action, and now we are going to this fight. This fight has fight of the night written all over it. Both of these guys are tough. Anthony Mendoza has recently signed with BKFC, but he is fighting the very tough Will the Body Bag Leaport. This guy is a specimen. He's a lot taller than Anthony Mendoza. We'll see if that reach plays an advantage to him.
Reach has had a lot to do with a lot of the fights tonight, Ian, and I don't think that is going to drop over time. And here comes Anthony, the Dozer Mendoza.
This guy's a tank. He is tough. He runs 2 very successful businesses, but he just loves to fight. He's done a lot of mitts on the ice. He's done a lot of clinch work. He's done a lot of running. He says his cardio is immaculate, and he says he's prepared to go 3 rounds, but he doesn't think it's going to take that long.
He has been cross-training just down the road in Miami, has 4 kids, and recently signed with the BKFC.
Yeah, that's so cool, man, because he is, he's a multidisciplined combat sports athlete. Yep. But he says his home is here. He says he wants to go in BKFC, win a fight, and then he says he wants to drop down to the lower division and take the belt.
That's got a lot of optimism in his game, and he is a tough customer.
Yeah, he's the best shape of his life.
Yeah,
he said some of his hobbies is he's got a range at his house. He loves to shoot. He's a very well polished sniper, he said. So we'll see if he can be a sniper on that chin tonight. This fight is action-packed, guaranteed, Chris.
Yeah,
I can guarantee it.
This is going to be a possible fight of the night candidate. There's no doubt about it. And Will Leaport is another guy that loves to go, and so does Mendoza. So, again, every fight they've had so far tonight, the first 5 have been just unbelievable,
yes.
These fights. I can't wait for the next 5. They're only going to get better and better.
Oh, here we go, man. The body bag. Him and his brother bring so much energy. I don't know how many times twin brothers have fought on a card, but it's very small, maybe once ever in history. And if they both win, it might be the second time ever in history. And I think this guy is going to put on a show. He's tall, he's a specimen. He just loves sports. He's a new father of 2 girls. He said he promises this will be fight of the night. Let's see if he can deliver on that promise.
Yeah, genuinely and truly just loves all sports. And you can tell these guys extremely fit, him and his brother Nick. Looking forward to this fight, Ian.
Yeah, he said, you know, he's him and his brother, they got to train together a little bit. They help each other. They help each other's mindset. They corner each other for fights. I don't know if Nick's going to be able to be in his corner tonight because he is fighting in the main event.
He's 4 fights away after this one, so yeah, it'll be hard to get him in the corner, but both guys do have a lot of respect for one another. Of course, they are twin brothers.
Yeah, he said his wife had a hard time in birth. But she came through it, and it was very painful and a lot of trauma for him, but he's going to bring that energy and release that anger tonight from that struggle that he had.
And now let's send it to Matthew Perino in the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is sponsored by McSorley's Beach Pub and Rooftop. Hang on to your helmets. This bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, out of the red corner, holding an undefeated Ice Wars record, 1 victory, no defeats, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 228 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, Anthony Dozer Mendoza. And his opponent in the blue corner, also holding an undefeated Ice Wars record, 2 victories, no defeats, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing 228 pounds, from North Bay, Ontario, Canada, Will the Body Bag Leaport.
All right, man. I have goosebumps. I'm not going to lie. I've been excited for this fight for weeks now. Let's see if it can deliver.
One thing with the Leaports, too, great skaters. We'll see if Anthony Mendoza can match up to that. That has a lot to do with a hockey fight. Here we go. Oh, they're going to go toe-to-toe.
Oh!
Interesting style to start like that,
Ian. All right, Will Leaport. Kind of interesting. They just said, let's grab and punch, man. They said, ooh, Will landing big shots. It looks like Mendoza's having a hard time staying up and a hard time landing.
Yeah,
that reach advantage is really...
The leverage, the reach, finding that space, Leaport really come in.
All right, they're using that ice. Is that... Wow, okay. Falls into the icebox wall.
Fight's on, fight! Go, just go, throw it! Throw it! Just throw it! There you go, get through it!
Both guys coming in. Both guys elected to go with their right hands.
Dropped it down.
Right there.
All right. Very interesting how they're just tying up and then going.
See how they grab onto each other to start instead
they're
of coming in
almost
with 2 fists, right?
Yeah. Well, I would think they would want to enter with a 1-2 combo.
Get through it, there you go.
They're going right into the clinch. That's the end of the first round.
All right.
It's amazing we actually got out of a first round.
All right, yeah. I mean, It wasn't really what I expected, but, you know, Will the Body Bag Leaport definitely landed bigger shots. You know, Anthony Mendoza really trying to find his range. Let's take a look.
Here's our knockdown right here. Leaport definitely finding that he could use his leverage a little bit more. He's coming with those uppercuts. And Mendoza, you can see he gets hit, takes 3 in a row right there, falls to the ice. And Leaport does a good job of keeping his hands off him during when he's hit the ice.
To the lovely Delaney, first ring girls on ice skates, man.
That's
another
amazing,
history maker right here tonight in the Florida Panther Stadium.
They are doing a great job, too.
All right, let's see if they maybe get a little space this time. We got BKFC fighter Eddie Alvarez in the stands. Also, former UFC champion as well. Man, we have star power in here tonight.
Yeah, lots of it. You can see Laporte really finds a way to use leverage. Mendoza coming in tight.
Mendoza actually landed a decent one over the top, but...
Time in, fight's on! Keep throwing, let's go, start throwing.
They really do come in interesting to tie each other up like that at the beginning of the fight. They must have obviously set that up beforehand.
All right, Mendoza needs to change something up.
Yeah, his balance is coming off. He's getting pulled forward.
Yeah, I would say try to keep some range. No, don't let each other grab like that. Throw some jabs. Okay, Will landed a nice right hook on the side of the forehead.
Will does a good job of holding Mendoza out there. Mendoza with a little tiny mark.
Mendoza taking a 10 count. Getting up, tough as nails.
Crack him on the way in. Time in, let's go.
Both guys tough. Will Laporte looks hard to touch.
We hear Dave Feldman yelling something at him. I don't think he's liking how they're tied up like that.
Fight's on, guys. Let's go. Throw.
Yeah, he wants some punching. You don't want that punching.
Yeah.
Keep throwing. Let's go,
Mendoza fell forward again. Every time, you notice every time he's falling, he's coming forward, he's falling backwards.
And you know, these guys are friends. I wonder if that's playing a factor in this fight, you know. Getting booed by the crowd. I think they need to change something up. Maybe they had an agreement, but I think it's just time to fight.
Yeah, you're really limiting yourself, and you know better in a certain sense, because when they're coming in, they're really only establishing one way to fight when you come in like that.
Yeah, you want to change it up, maybe throw a 1-2, grab in a different position, land some big shots. I think it's just time for them to just throw down. You know, these guys are still throwing bombs, still putting on a good show, but I think Mendoza definitely needs to change something up in this third round.
He needs to win this round for sure. He hasn't really landed anything. Will Laporte rather looks a little bit like he's still polished. He doesn't have a lot of marks on his face.
Yeah. I mean, no one's taking truly big shots. He took a good one to the temple, which did drop him, and he did get that 10 count. But overall,
only 3 rounds. This is the third and final round.
There's only 3 rounds, and it is not a point system. Somebody guarantees win. There is no draws in Ice War.
Here they go. They got out of the clinch.
All right, here we go.
Start throwing.
Look at Dave Feldman. He's letting them know. Let's go, boys. Let's get going. Good shot. A nice left right there by Mendoza. He came in and just caught Will Laporte right at the end of that little clinch.
All right, looks like they're mixing it up. Will throwing some long jabs, trying to keep Mendoza at bay. You know, how is it to slip and rip and come in on this? Is it a little bit, I mean, obviously it's harder to have the head movement on the ice.
It is, but these guys, this is more
a good uppercut right there.
These guys are doing a really good job coming in towards each other now. You can see them coming in with
a nice jab right there.
Mendoza's having a hard time standing up.
Is that a skating thing right there, or is Will just throwing him around?
Well, he's pulling him inwards, right? He's breaking him off his balance, but at the same time, you can breach that too if he's kind of sit back a little bit more and get a little bit more center of gravity.
Yeah, you notice one thing about the Laporte brothers is they don't ever fall down.
No, great skaters.
They do not fall down, and I think that's so key to fighting in Ice Wars. Having that balance.
Yeah, they are both terrific skaters, both him and Nick, and that makes a difference. And you can tell his athleticism shined through a little bit in this fight. We'll see what happened. Mendoza, I don't understand starting the fights in each with a clinch each time in the first 2 rounds. You can see nobody really liked that. Fans weren't too happy about it. They finally decided to go back and square off properly in the 3rd round.
I think they just wanted to kind of throw down like that in the middle, but you know, I'm glad they mixed it up in the 3rd round, and you know, I think Will Laporte took that. So
that would be the way it would look anyhow, but I certainly think Will Laporte would be the victor in this fight.
Yeah, Will Laporte definitely won that fight. You know, overall, good fight. You know, a win is a win. You know, it's better to learn from a win than a loss, and you know, these guys are still growing. This is new techniques that people are learning, and Mendoza had trouble with the skating.
Just let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a very, very difficult time with his balance. That's the thing. You can be in great shape for an MMA fighter, UFC fighter, BKFC fight without the skates. It's a totally different animal with the skates on.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we are going to our first decision of the night, and I believe it's going to be Will the Body Bag Laporte.
Well, immerse yourself in the timeless charm of a historic pub while savoring the perfect beachside beverage at McSorley's Beach Pub and Rooftop in Fort Lauderdale. Indulge in delicious food and drink. Catch all your favorite live sporting events and experience the ultimate beach vibe with a rooftop offering with stunning beach views only at McSorley's Beach Pub and Rooftop. And let's toss it now to Matthew Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-25, 30-25, and 29-26, all for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Will the Body Bag Laporte.
All right, Will Laporte, you are victorious again in the icebox. How do you feel about your victory tonight?
Not too bad, actually. No, I just used my strengths to my advantages there, obviously with the reach advantage, and just kind of maintain my composure the whole fight.
The first 2 rounds, you guys kind of clinched up, threw bombs. You obviously had the advantage with the reach. You were landing harder shots. And then the second round, you kept him at bay with the jab. Was this the game plan?
Yeah, pretty much. He used the reach the whole time. Obviously, I had a couple inches on him with my reach and my height. So, yeah, that's the game plan coming in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Will the Body Bag Laporte.
Will Laporte with a pretty decisive win right there. And I could tell it seemed a lot more than his skating and his reach were a big, big difference in this fight tonight. Anthony Mendoza had a hard time standing up, but you see Laporte standing back, just holding him out with his left, looking for that leverage with the right, and there he goes right there. 2 uppercuts, uppercut, came across with a right hook after that. And that is our first decision of Ice War. 6 fights in tonight. That is the first time that we've seen a decision. Any of these fights, the rest of them the TKO. That is Will Laporte, the champion.
The next stop on the Italy adventure that is BKFC Italy, going to Rome. The BKFC 205-pound world titleist.
Camosi's been phenomenal. He's been champ for a reason. Accuracy over power. He has the power. At the last punches, he's putting you down. Have complete belief in that.
To the challenger, Alessio Sicaro, the Italian MMA legend. Brought the heat and shown that he is damn tough.
My style is aggressive. I want to knock out everybody.
October 25th, Krosowski. He's defending that cruiserweight title against an Italian fighting legend and Alessio Sicaro, who now has punched his ticket to a title shot. That is going to be a special night. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome to BKFC!
Welcome back into Sunrise, Florida and BKFC. Let's send it to Shannon.
Sebastian Laferriere, what excites you most about this matchup?
C'est quoi qui t'excite le plus à propos de ce match-là?
L'événement de la place, c'est nouveau pour moi, puis je veux gagner, puis pour ma place. Là.
Yeah, it's a good event. It's new for him, so he's here to win, and he's taking this very seriously.
And how would you describe your fighting style?
Comment tu décris ton style de combat?
Mon style de combat agressif, intense, puis surprenant.
Yeah, really aggressive. He's gonna come with a few tricks.
All right, we look forward to seeing you out there. Thank you so much.
And our tail of the tape brought by X Game. We have Alex Marchisello, 5'7", 171, taking it on to Stephen Wolftail, 6 foot, 176 pounds, Ian.
Yeah, man, this is another exciting fight. We have Stephen Wolftail. This kid brought so much energy to weigh-ins. But Alex Marcello is a experienced Ice Wars veteran, and he put on an incredible fight against Snowbeck, and we saw how tough Snowbeck was, so this is going to be a good fight.
Sure is. Both guys here are a lot of energy, and they're both excited to be here tonight for Ice Wars.
All right, here comes Stephen Wolftail. This kid's out of Alberta, started hockey when he was just 3 years old, been in 100+ hockey fights, jack of all trades. He works as a framer right now, and he wants to represent. He's straight off the reservation, and he wants to be an example for the people at home.
Yeah, he says alcohol and drugs are a very big problem where he's at. He wants to give his people on the reservation a symbol of hope, and that's what he's hoping to bring here tonight at Ice Wars.
Yeah, he was in weigh-ins. He gave a battle cry. It was raining at weigh-ins, and he gave a battle cry in the sky, and then gave a very intense stare down. And I can just see in this kid's eyes, man, he's going to scrap.
His father died when he was young, and his mom really pushed him in the sport of hockey to be better and to stay in sports, and that's exactly what he did. He's a heavy equipment operator and also does framing.
Yeah, he fights for his people, man. He plays golf and volleyball with his sister in his spare time.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Stephen Wolftail, man. This is one of the guys that I have my eyes on, and I'm really excited because these guys, especially in Canada, especially on the reservation, they're just born into this sport. They're born into fighting. They're born into poverty and sometimes a rough upbringing. And as you see, you know, there's a lot of drugs and fights and violence, and he just wants to come here, throw down, bring that mindset, and show his people that you can be anybody you want to be and motivate them.
Absolutely.
All right.
And here now is our next one, Alex Marcello. Alex the Great, he's known as.
Yeah,
born and raised in
Marcello,
Toronto.
man. He's back in the icebox. Last fight was a banger. He said he was actually beating Snowbeck, but his cardio was the issue. And in the third round, Snowbeck took it into a decision, but it was fight of the night.
Yeah, that's where Snowbeck got his first win, and Marcello lost that fight, but they did get the fight of the night winner that night.
Yeah, Marcello said he's doing 30-kilometer bike rides almost weekly. He's worked on his cardio. He said cardio is not going to be an issue in this fight. You know, he separated his shoulder in that fight with Snowbeck. He's fully healed, and you know, he took that fight on short notice, and he's ready to fully put on a show tonight and get his redemption.
His dream is coming through tonight of being involved in an event in an NHL arena, and that's exactly what he's getting. My time boxing are his two hearts.
Yeah, this is a dream for some of these guys, man. They're literally skating on the ice of the Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. Panthers had a game here last night. Panthers beat the Flyers 2-1 here last night.
Oh man, that's your previous team.
That's my team, yeah. That's who I spent most of my career with. Flyers, I was at the game last night for a little bit. So I had to come over and do radio for the team.
We got a big shout out by the Florida Panthers. Really cool to see.
Yeah, they did a great job really promoting this, and looking forward to more events down here. They love it. And now let's toss it to Matthew Perino at the center of the icebox.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is 3 rounds in the Ice Wars middleweight division. Introducing first in the red corner, holding an undefeated Ice Wars record, 1 victory, no defeats, standing 6 feet tall, weighed 176 pounds, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Stephen Alpha Wolftail. And his opponent in the blue corner, holding an Ice Wars record with just 1 blemish, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed 171 pounds, from Toronto, Canada, Alex the Great Marcello.
Here we go.
All right.
This could be a good one.
Yeah. See, I like when they keep their range a little bit. Wow. See that look away, man. I love that look away technique that they do. They almost look like they're hurt. It kind of shields them, and they come back with a big right hand.
Yeah, these guys aren't afraid to throw here, and they're quick too. They're fast.
Oh, we see a big cut on Stephen Wolftail's face.
There you go. Keep throwing. Keep throwing.
Yes.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Keep throwing. Keep throwing.
Yes.
Yeah, these guys do a great job standing up here.
You can tell experienced skaters, right? Experienced skaters.
Yep.
Get in there. Let's go. Come on.
No, he doesn't carry. He's got a big cut on his face, but Stephen Wolftail's so tough. He's not stopping.
That's right above the left eye.
We pray. Oh, nice little pop jab. See, look at that look away technique. It's beautiful.
Yeah, then he comes back in with a quick pop. Yeah, they're tight in the clinch. That's the end of the first round right there.
That was a good first round. That was some good action. Pray to God this cut does not stop this fight. That's the thing with BKFC, man. Bare knuckle fighting that cuts the face. People think the gloves are to protect the other person. It's to protect your hand and to stop cuts from happening as much.
Yep. And again, it's not just the face that gets cut with a bare knuckle, it's your knuckles that get cut too, right, Ian? That can be a problem for a lot of guys also.
Absolutely, man. All right, Stephen Wolftail getting doctored up. I think he's going to be good to go. I think we are all good for the second round. I'm ready to see more action. This fight is delivered so far.
Yeah, both guys came out pretty hard right there. And I do love the way that Alexander Marchescello kind of ducks back and then comes back with a quick pop.
Yeah, he does the look away.
Yeah,
I love this look away technique. I've seen it done in a previous Ice Wars, and it actually got a knockout. Yes, we're going back to the second round. Action continues. Here we go.
Round 2 starts.
All right. There we go. Oh! Big hit. Oh, he falls for the first time. Alex the Great falls back that time. Barely loses his balance.
Really
These guys are tough.
Yeah,
man. This is a good fight.
Came back good there. Some blood out of Alex the Great's nose right now too.
All right, man. This is where the cardio comes into play. Oh, big shot. That was a big shot.
Oh,
nice shot by
big
Wolftail. Oh! He threw everything in that, missed and fell.
That was a haymaker.
That was a haymaker.
Both guys bleeding out of the off the face right now.
Yeah.
These guys are coming at each other hard. Marchescello coming in. Now they're in the clinch again. They're going to try to find some space.
Look at that look away, man. I mean, sometimes you get hit in the side of the head, but it does create that distance, and you can come back with that hard punch. All right, here we go. Short time.
Circling each other again here. Oh, Marchescello's really going for it all. He's taking 3 heavy shots. That's the end of round 2.
Stephen Wolftail hit him with a nice, clean right hand at the end. Wasn't too much power, but looked very accurate on the nose.
Good round, both guys right there. That'd be a hard one to call right there, that round. That was a very, very good round by both guys.
Yeah, this is a very close fight. It's going to come down to the third round. We got some celebrities in the house, MMA fighters, BKFC champions, UFC champions, legends out there, man. It's really cool to see the star power at the fights tonight.
Got a great crowd poured in here too, Ian. They're doing a really great job, and they're into it. You can tell everybody with a lot of enthusiasm here at Amerant Bank Arena.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are really putting on a show for the fans tonight. We've had, what, 5 knockouts?
Final round.
All right. All right, here we go. The crowd's yelling, best fight so far. Wow, there's another haymaker.
Yeah, he's really putting himself off balance.
Waves him up, says, come on, bro. Nice jab. Oh, shoot, Stephen Wolftail coming strong. This is where Alex had issues in the last fight. Wow, right in front of us. There we go. Right, yeah, right in front of us. Might have got some blood on my shirt.
Both guys trying to free up those rights.
Wow, action right in front of us. Both these guys bloodied up. Stephen Wolftail's really starting to come alive.
Yeah, he really picked it up as this fight went on. He's coming back for more. Look at
Alex had issues in the fight with Snowbeck. He won the first 2 rounds, or the first round, but, you know, Snowbeck came back. So let's see. It looks like his cardio's good, though. Wow, those rounds go fast.
Both guys have really done a good job. This has been a good fight and a close fight.
Mouthpiece just went flying.
That's it.
All right.
Good fight.
That was a good fight.
This guy's getting a little bit of air right now.
All right, and that was probably, I would say, fight of the night as far as not going to a decision.
Yeah, and where the guys were consistently going at it for the full 3 rounds of the fight and throwing punches, trying to make a difference for themselves. No knockout, but that was not for a lack of trying to do so.
Yeah, it was a back and forth fight. You know, both of these guys are wearing the punches of their opponent. Bloody nose, cut on the eye of Stephen Wolftail, but they just continued throwing. They put on a good show for the fans.
Bare Knuckle Ice Wars brought to you by Shout. Tonight's BKFC Ice Wars event is brought to you by Shout, the creator performance agency redefining influencer marketing. Shout powers some of the world's biggest brands by activating 250,000 plus micro creators to flood the feed with authentic culture-driving content. From TikTok takeovers to viral campaigns for Amazon, Uber, and Buffalo Wild Wings, Shout delivers the impact that moves beyond impressions. Ready to turn your brand into the next big moment? It's time to shout.
Great fight, though, man. Great fight. You know, we got 3 more action-packed fights for the night. The fans are loving this. Stars are in the house. I think so far it's been a great success, and I'm excited for these next few fights.
Next 3 fights are going to be great. Our next one is our feature fight of the night.
Blood on the ice. Look at that ice, man. Every fight has seen blood on the ice. And what about that hematoma on Christina
Barry's face?
Yeah, that was
something else.
That was something like we've seen in BKFC, right?
Yeah.
These girls sometimes they get these massive hematomas. They put on exciting fights. I think the women's division in Ice Wars is heating up, and I think this is something that we're going to see a lot more of now. Women are going to want to do this.
Yeah, I agree. And 2 women loved it. It was they
and the fans
put a great show on. Sure,
yeah.
Absolutely. Let's send it back out to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino, for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 29-28, all for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Stephen Alpha Wolftail.
Man, I told you this guy's so hyped, man. Wow. It was honestly closer than I thought there, but man, Stephen Wolftail did enough. I do believe that. Both of these guys bloodied and battered and put on a great show tonight.
Yeah, and Wolftail ended up getting cut in the first round, fought back all through the first 3, and ends up with a big win. Terrific job. Here they are throwing, going back and forth, back and forth. Both guys cut early in this fight, doing a great job staying with it. And there's your winner by decision, Stephen Wolftail.
Saturday, October 25th, the world's most exciting combat sport returns to Italy. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship takes over Rome for the very first time, and a world title is on the line. BKFC Cruiserweight champ Chris Camozzi aims to add another notch to his belt as he steps into enemy territory to face the pure striking savagery of Italian legend Alessio Sakara. Watch all the history-making moments unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Oh, it's crazy. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app.
Only $7.99 per month.
Welcome back into Amerant Bank Arena, the home of the two-time Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Let's send it to Shannon.
I'm here with Nick Leaport. Nick, you're 1-0 in BKFC Ice Wars. What went through your mind when you found out this fight was going to be on real ice and bare knuckle?
Yeah, I was really excited about that because obviously there was a lot of problems with people slipping and balance issues on the synthetic ice. So yeah, just being in this venue, being on real ice and no gloves, obviously you've seen what's happened in the previous fights. It's been entertaining tonight, and I'm getting ready to put on the biggest show yet, so stay tuned for the main event.
And how special is it to fight on the same card as your twin brother?
Yeah, it's electric. Obviously, I couldn't corner him because my fight was, shortly after his, but I got to watch it in the back room there, and yeah, it was great to see, and I'm happy he got the win 3-0.
Thank you so much. We look forward to your fight.
Thank you.
And our tail of the tape brought to you by X Games. We got some large people going here now. 6'6", Zach Hughes, 296 pounds. He'll take on Corey the Alley Train. Alley 6'1", 263 pounds, Ian.
These are big boys, man. I love when the big boys fight because one punch can put them to sleep. Both of these guys are coming in to throw bombs. You know, Zach Hughes, he came off of a loss, but he said he's coming back for redemption. And Corey Allen is just a veteran and on a win streak, so it's going to be a good fight tonight.
Absolutely. There's Corey Allen right there staring us down. He's been an Ice War veteran since the beginning from Dundalk, Ontario.
Yeah, Corey Allen, Train Allen, he's 4-2 in Ice Wars. Before we were partnered with BKFC, he is doing this, fought in the tournament. You know, he loves the sauna and cold plunge for recovery. He said cardio will not be an issue. He said he's going to work the body on his opponent, and, he thinks he has a big advantage in the skating.
He trains with former National Hockey Leaguer Aaron Downey, who was an extremely tough guy. I actually played with him for a short stint in Dallas, and Downey has been training him since the beginning of his Ice War adventure. So one thing that Corey Allen told me, he needed to pick up his cardio. He did a lot of hill running to try to expand his cardio.
Yeah, it's so important, even in a 3-minute fight, man. It's so important to have cardio. You know, he's a firefighter outside of fighting career, and he's a 2-time senior champion. So very, very accomplished skater and hockey player.
2-time winner, I believe, of the Allen Cup in the Senior Men's Hockey League, Championship League. And here comes big Zach Hughes, just shy of 300 pounds, Ian. He's trained hard. One of the big things in this fight, which will be a theme, he's not 100% sure of his skating in this fight.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue. Hopefully he doesn't fall down a lot. That's going to tax him. And the funny thing about it is, even as big as the hooligan is, he is the runt out of his 4 brothers. His 3 other brothers make him look small, which is incredible because this guy is a monster. You know, he's done a lot of cardio. He's worked a lot on his skating. He's had a ton of MMA fights. And, this guy's an experienced brawler, but will it be play to the advantage of Corey Alley Train with the skating?
He does it all. A 12-year active duty member of the Air Force. Zach Hughes, the hooligan, is another return fighter.
Yeah, he has 3 daughters, and I think he said he had 30 MMA fights.
Yes.
So he is an experienced fighter, but let's see if he can put on a performance on the ice tonight.
Starting to get into the pretty big boys here. This is by far our biggest fighter of the night so far is big Zach Hughes.
Yeah, the hooligan is definitely the biggest man we've had on the ice. Let's see if he can keep his balance, land big shots, and get the victory tonight.
Yeah, and Corey Allen, one thing he's looking for is to try to get Zach Hughes off his balance a little bit, try to take some advantage of his skating. Let's send it to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, out of the red corner, holding an Ice Wars record, 4 victories, just 2 defeats, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing 263 pounds, from Listowel, Ontario, Canada, Corey Alley Train Allen. And his opponent out of the blue corner, holding an Ice Wars record with just 2 blemishes, standing 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 296 pounds, from Omaha, Nebraska, Zach the Hooligan Hughes!
All right, here we go. Big boys taking the center of the ice box.
I'm excited about this fight. I've been looking forward to this one here. I know Corey Allen pretty well. I've been with him since he's been in the inception of Ice Wars. Great guy, loves to fight. So is Zach Hughes. This is going to be a good one.
Zach has a major height advantage. Oh, wow, Corey just goes in. Oh, okay. These guys are throwing down. Corey really wanted to get a hold of him fast. Zach Hughes holding the balance, looking pretty good on the ice.
Really good holding his balance. Yeah, absolutely. He said that he admitted himself he was concerned about his own skating. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Allen coming in.
Down.
Yeah, he ended up going toe-to-toe right there. Big Zach getting back up. Looks like he's got a little cut above his eye.
You know, when Big Snake fought him, he got falling on the ice really impacted his fighting. Look at that, Zach staying on his feet.
Yeah, he told me he took a real bad body shot against Big Snake and couldn't even breathe after the fight. Nice jab by Allen, coming across with his cross.
Okay, there we go. There's the skating. You see, you fall down like that when you have that much weight behind you, you know that's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
It will take its toll.
It's hard to get back up all the time. Allen, again, loves throwing, coming in with that left jab. Now he's going right, trying to go toe-to-toe here. Allen wants to go toe-to-toe.
Oh! Big left uppercut by Corey Alley Train Allen drops Zach Hughes, getting the 10 count.
Zach Hughes trying to get back up.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall, that's for sure. And that is it.
Wow.
Corey Allen with the win.
Yeah,
that's
beautiful.
a knockout.
Beautiful uppercut, lands it, perfect place shot, and Zach is unable to get up. But hey, man, Zach came out. You know, he put on a good fight. He fought the tough opponent. You know, he took the fight on relatively short notice, but he did a good job. But Corey Allen just put it on him and landed the bigger shots.
I thought Zach actually did pretty well with his balance at the beginning.
That's what I thought.
He was not able to hold it down. Here's the first knockdown of the fight. You can see right here, Allen comes in. He starts with the left, and he comes in with the uppercut, across, and he comes back in, and that sends him down for the first knockdown of the fight.
I think that was the punch that cut him open. When those knuckles graze you, that cuts skin.
Yeah, Allen again, and you can see
There
Zach
it is.
not
There
able
it
to
was.
balance. That was that nice, beautiful left uppercut. Yep.
He switched his grip from throwing the right hand and caught Zach Hughes off guard and dug that uppercut, and that's what ended the fight.
Big boy, so it doesn't look weird in the photo.
Big win by Corey Allen.
I hold the elbow. I hold the elbow.
Zach Hughes getting tended to in the corner.
All right, man. Look at Corey Allen looking like a hooligan hockey player missing his front teeth, man.
Two great guys here, too. Of course, a lot of respect in the middle of the ring right there.
A lot of respect.
These guys are friends off the ice, and they were not in this fight, but what a hell of a good fight. Let's send it to Matthew Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout comes to a halt at 48 seconds in the very first round. Declare the winner by TKO, Corey Alley Train Allen.
Oh yeah, look at these guys. Mad respect. You know, Zach put on a better fight this time, put on a better performance. Came up short, got cut on his face. All respects to Corey Alley Train Allen. Bumps it up with John Morasti, bumps it up with Tito. You know, he did a good job, man. He should keep his head high. Looking forward to see him back in the icebox very soon.
Absolutely. Corey Allen, your winner tonight.
October 18th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back with more adrenaline-fueled action. In the main event, undefeated phenom Bryce Henry toes the line with Roderick Stewart. Pure chaos in motion. In the co-main event, Cameron Van Camp's unrelenting pressure meets a warrior who never turns down a fight, Derek Finley. Plus many more smash-mouth bare knuckle battles. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Oh, it's crazy.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app.
Only $7.99 per month.
Our Tale of the Tape sponsored by McSorley's. It's Charles, Boston Strong, Rosa, 5'10", 173.8 pounds, taking on Reed Krosowski, 6'2", 155 pounds, Ian.
I am excited for this. I am a UFC veteran. Charles Boston Strong is a UFC veteran. And for the first time in Ice Wars history, we are seeing the crossover. 10-year vet in the UFC coming over to Ice Wars, but he has no easy feat tonight. He is facing the very tough hockey enforcer, Reed Krosowski.
Yeah, it doesn't matter necessarily sometimes what your experience is as a fighter. It's how you end up fighting the guy who's used to fighting on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be more comfortable in the fire, but we'll see how his skating is. Reed Krosowski, you know, he has been playing hockey his entire life, played minor league. He loves the UFC, he's trained boxing, tried out for the Olympic team in boxing, didn't make it, but still tried out for it, and, you know, he's no pushover for Charles Rosa in his debut.
He is known as the Spaz.
Yeah.
It tells you pretty much everything you want to know right there about Reed
exactly
Krosowski.
His fighting style. Yeah, exactly, Chris.
He trains with Derek the Lion Parker, who is a legendary senior league player in Canada, one of the toughest men to play in those leagues, and he does a lot of training with Derek Parker.
Yeah, we'll see if that training's going to help. You know, he came in here, he said, I'm not intimidated by Charles Rosa. I'm going to come in there. I have more fights than him on the ice. I'm going to be able to skate better than him, and I'm going to get this win tonight.
As he steps into the ice box, waiting for his opponent to walk on out. That is Reed Krosowski.
All right, man. Comfortable on the ice, ready to fight. He could come with a big upset tonight and stop the hype train, which is Charles Boston Strong Rosa.
Here he is. Charles Boston Strong Rosa. UFC King of Boston, Ian. Nobody has ever won more UFC fights in the city of Boston than Charles Rosa.
Not even Conor McGregor.
No.
Like this guy, he was destined to be a hockey fighter. He wanted to be a hockey enforcer, but on the Bruins, but he wasn't big enough. So he made his way to South Florida, stepped in a gym, thought it was a boxing gym. It ended up being the legendary American top team. Sparred with a UFC fighter, did well, and then he came in the next day and Kimbo Slice was in there, and he said that's a wrap, and had a very accomplished career, 10 years in the UFC.
And he has done a lot for BKFC Ice Wars as well, promoting this event. He's been a really, really big part of the future of this, and we hope to keep him around a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. His fans are in the house. He has hundreds of fans in the house tonight, and, you know, like I said, man, he has trained his skating. He has got a ice skating coach. And it's not like he hasn't played hockey before. He played in junior league and in college.
Played at Johnson's and Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island. And he said one of his things he loves to do is cook. That is a culinary school. And he says he can cook like not many can.
All right, man. He is hyped up. That's one thing, man. I thought, you know, if he could give him a hard time in the first round just to get used to the skating.
Yep.
But as the fight goes on, I think the advantage is going to go to Charles Boston Strong Rosa.
And now let's toss it to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening. Sponsored by Mixed Harley Beach Pub and Rooftop. Scheduled for 3 rounds in the Ice Wars middleweight division. Introducing first in the red corner, making his Ice Wars debut. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 155.6 pounds. From Yorkton, Saskatchewan, Canada, Reed the Spaz Krosowski. And his opponent in the blue corner, a mixed martial arts veteran of 27 bouts, tonight making his Ice Wars debut, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 173.8 pounds, from Boston, Massachusetts, by way of Delray Beach, Florida, here is Charles Boston Shrug Rosa!
Wow. Chris, I got chills right now. The crowd is going crazy. And Charles is fired up, but Reed is not backing down.
Rosa Nation is here tonight.
All right, here we go. Let the boys take the center of the ice. Everybody is on their feet. Wow.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, this is going to be a good fight. I'm excited for this one. All right, let's see how he can adapt. All right, Reed gets a good grip on him. Reed lands a nice shot.
Coming in tight. They're both in the clinch
early. There we go. Okay.
First
Reed
fall
falls down.
Well, both guys fell.
Like I said, I think Charles is going to... There we go. Nice jab. Oh, big right hand from Charles. Missed. Going to the body, pushing him up on the ice box. Nice right hand landed by Charles Rosa.
Rosa backing up here. Both guys trying to, again, find that space. They're in really tight, though.
And see, I think this first round might have the advantage to Reed, but Charles is looking good, man. Oh, big left hook. Charles shoots a double leg. No, just kidding, but he did fall down on the legs like that. Reed's tough, though, man. Lands a nice right hand there. There we go. Oh, he's got to be careful with that.
Be careful. Fell down, hit him on ice, he went down.
Oh, man. We hate to see that in the moment, MMA fighter.
We got, looks like Krosowski is hurt.
All right, let's see what the refs do. He's probably going to get warned for that hit on the ground. Everybody's on their feet, though. Reed's coming tough, but, you know, that was a hit. The refs are talking to him. He should have hit him on the ground like that.
Yeah, you can't hit when you're going down. That's one of the rules of Ice Wars.
All right, Reed's coming back. No quit in him.
Nice left hook.
Reed's turning it back. Rosa's all over him.
Yeah, Charles not letting up. Oh, you're going in and out.
Rosa lands it, man. Hey, it's safe to say that the skating wasn't an issue.
No, it wasn't. And I think Charles himself said, he skated before, but he'd been back practicing more on the ice. He did a really good job right there in that first round.
Hey, Reed gave him a tough first 30 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, but, you know, Rosa flooded him with punches.
Here's your first knockdown right here. You can see Rosa getting in tight. First
There's
connection.
a good
there it is.
left
hook. Yep, beautiful.
Beautiful job by Rosa. Executed beautifully. You know, nice right hand by Rosa. Or, sorry, Reed landed a nice right hand. Rosa returned with another right hand. There was the hit on the ground. You know, Rosa has to be careful with that.
Yeah,
that
I just
is not
got
allowed.
talked to again right there by the ref. Was told you can't do that.
Okay, it's going to the second round. I thought the fight was over.
No.
All right.
Second round.
All right, second round. I'm loving it. I love more action, man. Rosa looking very confident coming out, but Reed is no quit in him, man. All right, here we go. Round 2.
Here we go. Both guys end up starting in the clinch. Reed's getting turned around. He's turning his back to him as he's getting punched. Shouldn't be doing that.
You know what Rosa did? He keeps pushing that grab off, and it's turning Reed around. All right, we got a count.
He's trying to get up.
Doesn't look like he's going to get up.
He's getting up. No. Rosa's going to take this fight.
Rosa Nation.
Rosa Nation, baby.
All right, Rosa takes it. Beautiful performance by Charles. Hey, man, he just crowded him with the punches, machine gun punches.
Yeah.
This kid's been in the fire. He's an experienced fighter. He has more octagon time, more fight time than almost anybody in here, and he put on a performance tonight. He proved that UFC can make its crossover to BKFC Ice Wars.
I was impressed with his skating tonight. He did a really, really good job staying on his feet and finding some leverage. He came across that left hook, ended up being a real ally to him as the fight went on.
Yeah, what did you think about his skating overall? Because a lot of people were questioning it. Not bad.
And what happened was they got into the clinch together and they were kind of leveraging each other's weight. But then Charles did find some space. He found that left hook that really came to his aid. Well, Krosowski's finally up here, and Charles Rosa basking in the victory that he just put on for this crowd. He's saluting everybody right now, and why not? That was quite the performance by the former MMA star. Reed Krosowski just hanging his head in the corner a little bit. He's going over, giving him a congratulatory handshake. He's Charles Rosa. Ref's calling Krosowski to the center of the ring where we will send it to our ring announcer, Matt Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight comes to a halt at 12 seconds into the second round. The fighter was unable to answer the count of 10. Therefore, your winner by TKO, Charles Boston Strong Rosa.
Charles Bergeron Rosa, you are the first ever UFC fighter to make the crossover to BKFC Ice Wars. How do you feel?
Man, what a night, man. A lifetime of hard work. The first thing I want to get out of the way is happy birthday to my mother, Mary Rosa. I love you. I wouldn't be here without you. Happy birthday, I love you. And back to business. Yeah, man. You know, I made the crossover, fought 10 years in the UFC against the toughest guys on the planet, fought my way through, beat the toughest guys, and now I made the crossover to BKFC Ice Wars. I truly believe this is the future of combat sports. Whatever combat sports there is, bare knuckle, fighting, MMA, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is, I'm here. I'm the roughest and toughest fighter in the world from New England. I'm the champ, baby. Let's go!
Now, Charles, in the first 30 seconds, you were kind of gauging yourself. This is your first real hockey fight in the Ice Walks, and you haven't fought in hockey in over 10 years. Did you feel like you had to adjust a little bit because you overwhelmed him with punches and he just couldn't take it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what my dad always told me since I was a kid. Punches and bunches. And, you know, I've watched the greats in hockey fight in the Ty Domies, the Sean Thorntons, all the great and the legends. And this is what I watched when I was a little kid, and I fell in love with it. And to be able to come out here and put on a show at the American Bank Arena, the home of the Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, is truly a dream come true. So thank you to all my fans, friends, and family, my beautiful wife, and everybody in attendance. Thank you so much for being here and supporting.
Well, Charles, our sponsor, Trozo, has given you a custom BKFC Ice Wars watch. Check it out, buddy. Enjoy your victory. You earned it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Charles Boston Strong Rosa, our next star of BKFC Ice Wars.
Well, Charles Boston Strong Rosa gets it done right here. And started off a good fight, but he did find some leverage finally. He was able to get some left hooks, and that really started the fall for Krosowski. That was a good fight, and Boston Strong gets it done. From UFC to BKFC Ice Wars, our co-main event winner, Charles Boston Strong Rosa.
The next stop on the Italy adventure that is BKFC Italy, going to Rome. The BKFC 205-pound world titleist.
Camosi's been phenomenal hitting the champ for a reason. Accuracy over power. He has the power. At the last punches, he's putting you down. Have complete belief in that.
To the challenger, Alessio Sicaro, the Italian MMA legend, brought the heat, showing that he is damn tough.
My style is aggressive, won't knock out everybody.
October 25th, Krosowski. He's defending that cruiserweight title against an Italian fighting legend and Alessio Sicaro, who now has punched his ticket to a title shot. That is going to be a special night. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome to BKFC!
Welcome back to BKFC Ice Wars here in Sunrise, Florida.
Man, these fights have not disappointed tonight, man.
No.
I mean, we've had how many? 7 knockouts, 6 knockouts, 2 decisions, a beautiful fight of the night, and we just saw the crossover from UFC to the Icebox, to Ice Wars, and he put on a show tonight.
Speaking of icy, and how much difference has the real ice made compared to the synthetic for these fighters?
I mean, it's made a huge difference. We're seeing more knockouts, especially with bare knuckles. You're seeing cuts, blood, and you're just seeing guys get put down a lot easier, especially when you have those bare knuckles hitting the chin, hitting temples. It's dropping these guys.
As we approach our final fight of the night, what's been your favorite fight of the night so far?
Man, I mean, Snowbeck put on a great fight.
Yeah.
Valerie, she put on an amazing fight, and she really represented for women's combat sports. It's been a beautiful show tonight, and I'm so excited for this main event.
Yeah, I am too. Fans getting what they paid for here tonight. This has been an unbelievable 9 fights we've seen so far.
Yeah.
There's been no disappointment in any of them. Maybe some of them ended a little bit too quick, but it was not because of the ferocity of the fight.
Yeah, we had a lot of stoppages, man. That's the thing. When you're fighting with bare knuckles, there's a lot of cuts, and the doctors come in, and they have to stop it. But this main event, you have Nick Gorgeous Leaport, a TV star on Shoresy show, and he is fighting the biggest veteran that we've ever had with 400-plus hockey fights at Sebastien Leferrier.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight for sure. 2 big guys,
yeah,
both well-conditioned, and I think it's going to be one of the best. I think this has a chance to be one of the super fights we'll ever
let's
see.
look at Tail of the Tape.
The Tail of the Tape brought to you by X Game. 6'5", Nick Gorgeous Leaport, 217 pounds, taking on Sebastien Leferrier, 6'2", 264 pounds, Ian.
Man, these are big boys. Nick came in a little bit lighter, but he is shredded, and he is fighting the very thick meathead looking Sebastien Leferrier. If you've had 400 brawls in hockey, you know what you're doing. You're going to come out comfortable. But Nick thinks he has the answer, and he thinks he's going to put him away in round 1.
That's what he expects. He expects a first-round knockout, nothing less.
All right,
here he is right now, Sebastien Leferrier.
All right. This guy is a LNAH veteran. He plays currently. He fought just the other week. I was like, what is this guy doing? That's how he spars. He fights to literally train. Because in hockey, as you know, you can fight a couple times a week, a couple times a game, and this guy is the enforcer for his team, and he fights all the time.
Played hockey for 30 years, doing boxing and yoga, he says, to try to calm his mind and stay grounded. He just had a hockey fight 4 days ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're fighting all the time, you might need some yoga to, calm yourself and get some recovery.
Yeah, he is a confident fighter and is also a man who works construction.
Yeah, he came in really thick. He's 265, right at the top of the heavyweight division. Nick came at the bottom, 220. We'll see if that makes a difference. Nick's probably going to be a little bit faster, but Sebastian's going to be thick and he's going to throw bombs.
Yeah, he's a big man. Thick.
Yeah, this guy is born to play hockey and born to fight. It's all he's known his whole life. Imagine having 400 to 500 hockey fights.
That is an unbelievable amount of fights, no matter what you're doing. To think of the hockey fights as something else. Here he is, Nick Gorgeous Laporte.
Nick Gorgeous Laporte. I love this guy. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to be a star in this organization. He said he is going to put this guy away. Doesn't care what he weighs. Doesn't care about the weight difference. He doesn't care about nothing. And I think I like about him, he keeps his distance and throws bombs. But I think Sebastian's going to try to lock him up.
One thing that Nick Laporte said, he says, with a guy like Leverrier, who's had so many fights, that means there's lots of film on him. So he's really done a lot of film study on him. Whereas some other guys, you don't quite get the film, the ability to study the film like Laporte did on Leverrier.
I said, Nick, are you in shape for this fight? He literally took his shirt off when I was talking to him. And I said, all right, man, he's shredded. He looks like he is a Greek chiseled statue.
Yeah, he's got quite good shape. There's no doubt about that.
He said he's going to be 2-0. He just kept telling me, I'm going to be 2-0 today, 2-0.
He said he is the guy. He says he's the one.
Yeah, well, he wants to be the face of this division, but tonight he comes with a tough test of Sebastian Leverrier.
At this time, let's send it now to our ring announcer, Matthew Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of the evening. Sponsored by XGame.io, the #1 casino for crypto. This bout is sanctioned by the Florida Athletic Commission, with Chairman Miss Tina Pike and Executive Director Timothy L. Shipman in attendance. Our 3 judges ringside are Lorenzo Toledo, Alessio Rodriguez, and Robert Christopher Edgehill. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kevin McDonald and Bob Landon. And now, streaming worldwide from the American Bank Arena, right here in Sunrise, Florida. The action starts now. 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, the man in the red corner, making his Ice Wars debut. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 264 pounds. From Quebec City, Quebec, Canada, Sebastian Leverrier. And his opponent, the man in the blue corner, holding an undefeated Ice Wars record. 1 victory, no defeat. Standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing 217.8 pounds. From North Bay, Ontario, Canada, Nick the Gorgeous One Laporte.
Well, there's a lot of anticipation for this fight. These are 2 big guys, and I tell you what, I can't wait to see the result of this.
Oh, man, I love commentating being a fan, man. We really get the best seats in the house.
It is. This is the best right here.
All right, here we go. All right, let's see if Nick keeps his distance. He's been very good at keeping his... Oh, comes in with the hook. Nick flooding the punches. Sebastian really trying to slow the fight down, because that's where he's going to find the advantage in the clinch.
Sebastian's got a little mark right to his next to his left eye.
Oh yeah, he's already bleeding. Oh, big right hand from Nick. All right, we don't see Nick fall down very often.
Good skaters, both him and his brother. Trying to find space, trying to find some reach.
Nice left
hook.
Good left
hook.
Was a beautiful left hook connected. That caught him good.
Yeah, that got him beautiful. Left hook.
Oh, look at him. He switching stance, back to southpaw orthodox. You see, this is what Nick is so good at, keeping his distance. Oh, Leverrier catches him in a good right hook. Oh, rips his helmet off.
Helmet's off. Have to get that helmet back on.
Sebastian sporting a nice cut on his left eye.
Yeah, he got that right early in the first set of punches that were thrown. That's where he ended up getting that little cut.
Hey, Nick looking very composed, man.
Yeah.
For this kid not having as many hockey fights, he really feels like a veteran.
Yeah, he does.
He's not even really breathing out of his mouth. Over in the corner, saying what up to Tito Ortiz. strap that helmet on a little bit tighter. We haven't seen many helmets fall off. We've had issues in the past with this, and I'm glad to see these new foam helmets.
Oh, they're great.
It's so much better. They're not breaking their hands on the helmets. They're not getting cut with the plastic, and they're not falling off.
Yeah, I totally agree. These things are great.
Here we
Here we go
Here we
again.
go. End of the round. Nick wants to land a big shot. Okay. Leferrier really trying to slow the fight down. Helmet comes
came off
again.
Leferrier.
Yeah, he needs to tighten that helmet off.
Yeah, you can see under the chin how they're really, really tight. They had problems with the hockey helmets before because the straps would keep coming off.
Yep, the straps. Everyone went to leather straps, and they still came off, but you just got to strap those helmets on tight, and they should stay on.
Got to be close to approaching the end of the first round.
And Nick Gorgeous still looking gorgeous. He has no marks on his face.
No marks on him at all.
Yeah,
he's hardly
looking
sweating.
good.
Trying to find a way to keep that helmet on Leferrier and trying to work on the strap right now. See if that gives him any
All right, we got the crowd heightened up. We got the people really trying to strap this on. They're going to throw some tape on that strap, so hopefully it doesn't come off.
And this gives Nick Leaport, as both guys, a chance to rest as well.
Yeah, they're going to come out fresh, especially in the second round. Just a few seconds left in this first. Everyone's on their feet anticipating this. All right, here we go. All right, round over. Round one over. Punches. Second round. Man, I would say Nick definitely took it in that fight, in that round.
Definitely got the first round, you have to say. He started off, got that left cross, or left hook that really hit him. Here's some replays right now.
So what I love what he does, he throws the right hand, not even really trying to lead or to hit him, and it comes with that left hook and lands.
Here it is here, a little different angle here as he comes. There's that left hook right there, boom.
I think that's what might have cut him.
Yeah, I got him right early in the fight is when he had that little welt over to the side of his left eye.
Yeah, we might need to get some duct tape in there so this helmet stops coming off.
Looks like they have it taped on now.
We got the lovely Delaney, our ice skating ring girl in the house.
Doing a great job.
All right, round two,
here we go.
Let's go. All right, Nick Leaport with his brother, Will Leaport, coming off of a victory in his corner. Two twins on the card, and they're identical, man. They look exactly alike. All right, here we go. All right, he missed that left hook this time. Sebastian starting to land. Oh, back of the head. Oh, all right.
Came with that uppercut, just missed.
All right, Sebastian hit him on the ground. That wasn't a good look, but so far Sebastian's controlling this round.
Yeah, he's come out throwing a little bit harder, found some leverage.
There we go. Oh, nice left hand. Wow, I've never seen Nick fall this much. It just shows the skating of Leferrier.
Yeah, Leferrier's a big guy. He's hard to pull down, right? It's hard to pull on him because of his weight.
Yeah, he definitely has the weight advantage. Now we see some blood coming from Nick's nose. Oh, nice right hand.
Good rights.
They both landed good right hands there. Let's see if Nick can land some shots at distance. That's where he's had the best success.
Yeah, trying to use that reach.
All right, short time. Sebastian looking a little gassed.
That's the end of round two.
Sebastian looking like he's a little winded now.
Yeah.
That extra weight that he's carrying looks like it could be wearing on him.
Yeah, and you can see that Nick Leaport, who we talked about his good skating, he got down a couple times that round two. It's harder. He's got a significant weight disadvantage of Leferrier in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think you might have to give that round to Sebastian.
You could easily be 1-1 right now.
This could be the deciding round. Yeah. This could be the deciding round. It's been a great fight, though.
Been a great fight, yeah.
Very technical. These guys are both very experienced hockey fighters. And Nick, I think, needs to figure out how to hit him at range. He doesn't want to tie up.
No, but he's also got to be careful going toe-to-toe, where they stand in and go punch for punch.
Yeah.
I think Nick's trying to avoid that. There was an opportunity that last round. I thought they were both going to do that, but they both pulled out of it. Nick bleeding from the nose a little bit, too.
All right, last round of the night. All right, here we go. All right, Nick going southpaw. Oh, nice 2 right hands, 3. Sebastian returns, Nick falls down. That's a big body landing on him.
That's
man.
a big body, yeah, that hurts.
All right.
Nick got a couple good punches
look
in
at him with hands on his knees. Sebastian looks wore out. I hope Nick sees that and he can capitalize on that. Nice right hand. Oh, Sebastian returns. All right. All right, remind the fans there is no draws in Ice Wars. There's no draws. This is not a point system. Oh, big left hand. Man, I think Nick's ahead of this round so far.
Yeah, he's had a couple good punches in this round for sure.
Sebastian looks a little winded, and I think Nick needs to capitalize. Nick now breathing out of his mouth too. This has been a great fight overall.
Yeah, this has been a really good fight.
Nice left.
Big left uppercut.
They need to throw. It's short time. Throw bomb.
Not a lot of time left here.
Beautiful fight.
Good fight.
Wow, what a fight.
Really good fight.
Who do you give it to?
I think Nick Laporte did enough in the 3rd round to get it.
I do too. I think it was 1-1, and then I think Nick pulled it off. He landed more shots, and those left hooks really set him apart.
Yeah, he definitely made a big difference, especially in that 3rd round. Nick came in knowing he probably needed to land a few punches, and he did just that.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him a little bit more active at the end. You know, when that 10-second clacker goes, you want to make the refs remember your name.
Yeah.
I think he should have thrown a little more, but he was in the clinch. You see Sebastian sitting down, but they both put it on the line tonight. Sebastian had a great showing tonight. It shows why he is a veteran. But Nick Laporte might have taken this fight tonight.
Bare Naked Ice Wars brought to you by X Game.
Yeah, X Game, our sponsor of tonight, our biggest sponsor, a Web3 gambling casino. It is multi-chain. It is the first utility on Pulse Chain, but it is also multi-chain on Ethereum, Base, Solana, BSC. It is going to change the game. xgame.io. Go to it. It is launching soon in the next week or so. Keep your eyes out for X Game. It's revolutionary and it's going to take over.
Well, this has gone to the judges' scoring here, and
all right, the judges got a lot of work to do on this one because this is a close fight.
Yeah, they actually have some work to do because I really do feel it was 1-1 going into that last round.
Yeah, no, it was for sure 1-1, and you know, Sebastian's not used to these longer fights. You know, he came out in that second fight, really found his rhythm. But the third fight was really, the third round was really back and forth. You could have gave it to either one, but I do think Nick landed the hardest shot.
I think so too. LaFerrier is a big man. And with that, let's send it to our ring announcer, Matt Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a hand for these 2 incredible warriors who put it all on the line. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated, Nick the Gorgeous One Laporte.
Nick Laporte with the big win here tonight. And I do think it was that 3rd round that settled it. Giving handshakes here to Charlie Nama and company.
All right, Nick, you put on a show tonight in the main event. You fought the very tough Sebastian LaFerrier, but you came out, you kept your distance, you land big shots. How do you feel?
Wasn't the cleanest fight, but against a guy like this, sometimes it's going to be ugly to get the win, so happy to be undefeated. Got to get back to work right away.
Well, Nick, you said, man, I'm going 2-0. You said you don't care, and you proved yourself tonight to be one of the faces of this company. How do you feel?
Like I said, I got to get better, but it's a brand new sport here. We're trying to build things. I hope the fans enjoyed it, And we'll be back soon to put on an even better show. So thanks, guys.
All right, guys, everybody, will we be doing the official after party at McSorley's in Fort Lauderdale? All the fighters are coming. Make sure you guys come to McSorley's tonight. And Nick, our sponsor, you get a custom BKFC Ice Wars watch. Is there anyone you would like to thank?
I just want to thank the fans and all my training partners back home that got me ready for this. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for TV star Nick Gorgeous Leaport. Great job, bro. Hey, tough job.
And our main event right here, wrapping up the night. A great night in Sunrise, Florida. Nick Gorgeous Leaport takes down Sebastian Laferriere by unanimous decision and still undefeated in BKFC Ice Wars. Well, that wraps up our Ice Wars tonight here in South Florida. Our next broadcast will be a BKFC Fight Night in Hammond, Indiana. Following up with Italy. And a full stack in November with Michigan, Palm Desert, and a return to Dubai, followed up by a beautiful December. Starting off here in Hollywood, Florida, December 5th, and heading to Mohegan Sun on Saturday, December 20th. You can catch all of that on the BKFC app. $7.99 right now. You get all access pass for all your live monthly events. Exclusive behind the scenes access. This has been a 10-fight card we've seen here tonight in South Florida at Sunrise at Amerant Bank Arena. We've seen some great fights, followed up by a great main event, capped off by Nick Gorgeous Leaport. Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. For the fans that showed up here live at Sunrise, we thank you. We thank the fans watching around the world. This is BKFC Ice Wars. We'll see you next time.